Only 5?
Only 5.
And fuck you, Craig. All right.
Ah.
That's what you get for not paying attention.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome back to another episode of Failed Attempt, where a collection of assholes sit around and try to play Dungeons and Dragons, and try is always the word. Garrison and Steven. Is Steven coming, or he said he's taking a shower?
Yeah, he's taking a shower.
Garrison will be here in a little bit. That ran a little
I'm-
long. Oh, yes, we have a new face in the group, but
I'm the new asshole.
well yes, she's the new asshole.
Asshole,
We
yeah.
will introduce her in a little bit. Does not have a character yet. Oh, and just so the listeners are aware, I'm not going to go into detail, but this one's not going to turn out like the last asshole I tried to recruit. Yeah, he who must not be named was here for 2 and gone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty-
well, I'll fill you in on that
Yeah.
when we're not recording. All right, where we left off, you guys were ushered, I can say, either willingly or against your will, into the gladiator games that took place underneath the tree out in the field behind the inn, that was revealed to be the Brotherhood hideout that had not been built yet. But you were all brought there by various means, realized that is where, not necessarily where the games took place, but where everyone gathered for the games. Your alternate selves were all revealed on a wanted for the fight poster. Yet, for whatever reason, Yorick and Vidar especially, your original selves were the ones that were accepted at the kiosk to give your ticket. So, like I said, last week I dropped a whole bunch of lore having to do with the fact that Garrison found the exit door and decided to go through and come back. I'm not doing that anymore, so I hope you wrote it down. I was trying to be nice, and it
wasn't here
was
last week.
completely out of character. Yeah, you weren't.
I need
And
to
I
know
did a
how-
I did a huge lore dump when you weren't here. Yeah, and that's
I'll get the notes. I'll get the notes.
there you go. You'll get the notes for it. Get all the notes so you can read it. I'm gonna go over everything with you anyway, from like start to finish, so that when we create your character, it can be intertwined from beginning. Yeah, so that you really know who they are. Malador, where you ended, was actually in as you're entering the gladiator games. It's a giant coliseum. You were actually on the right side with the audience, literally getting them all to throw coins at those that were fighting, kind of like a weird confetti gamble. You were
Throwing
also
coins at people.
having everyone do the wave over and over again.
That sounds like me. Yeah.
Just yelling up into the street, like hit him and throw more money, and the woohoo shit like you would do at a football game. Basically, is what Malador was doing the entire time.
Sounds like me.
Vidar and Yorick were immediately put into the fight because they were members of the event, and then Merida and Garrison were in the audience as well, but on the opposite side of Malador. Steven, I actually already worked out with him. He would have been brought to the stadium as well. Pretty much what I told him is that after he went back to his normal form, he dropped the goblin, revealed that found out that he had the items, he tucked them away, and then when he went out into the street, a couple of his fans scooped him up, brought him to the gladiator games.
Do I see
So
him?
Well, give me a check, sir. We can launch right into this. I don't care.
Because I want my crown.
Well, usually I give more of a reveal before we start to roll, but fuck it. Go ahead.
Sorry, I care a lot about that crown.
I don't care, dude. Go.
I got advantage because it's perception.
If you guys all remember where we were, there's no reason for me to keep talking.
Oh, I definitely remember.
How you weren't there? Anyway, yeah. What'd you get on a perception check, sir?
I got 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22.
Okay. Looking through the wave of just different faces and the cacophony of voices, you would eventually find him.
Yes.
He is not on the same side of the stadium as you, so you'll have to work out how to get over there. Can you get away from my drink? I do not need your furry ass in my drink.
Here we go.
Mr. Twerk, get out of here. Bye. That's your new name. Twerk. That's going away too fast.
Judd.
Hey!
Justin.
Yes.
The baby.
Yep,
Judd,
the
this our
baby
new
is here.
person.
The baby.
Okay.
That's the baby. So, where's the feedback coming from? Is that your thing again, Jake?
No,
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 it's
it's
mine.
Judd. The mic is doing the thingy, Judd.
Oh, is it doing the thingy again?
It
Stop.
is.
Stop.
It stopped. Okay. So
think
I already
we
let you know where you were. You made it to the audience because you're
did.
to the Gladiator games because your fans brought you there. You good to go?
Judd, you may need to speak up.
Oh my. Give me a
Yeah,
second
you're
while
quiet. Very
I was
quiet.
gonna say, he doesn't talk anyway. It's fine.
Oh, I think I know what it is.
Okay. Yorick, you were actually in the middle of fighting.
Yes.
You were handcuffed to the elf that chose the short spear.
Is this better?
Correct.
Yes,
Right
you're good.
now.
Okay.
So, Steven, you will be in the audience. You're actually on the same side as Merida and Garrison, surrounded by a couple of your adoring fans that brought you to the games because they were too cool to miss. So you're able to take notes for your book. I'm starting to wonder what kind of book you're writing out of all the shit that you've taken notes for so far, but we'll go over that.
Are you actually gonna write a book, Judd?
Sure.
That was a great idea.
We might be able to put one together. We got to do Yorick's spell book already.
I say you gave the baby homework.
I did. I gave the baby homework. He doesn't have enough to do. I gave him more. But all right. So, Malador, since you weren't here, we can start with you. How would you like to maneuver? Because I know you want to go see him.
Oh yeah.
How would you like to maneuver over? So when you look to your right and your left, you are pretty much center stage. You are the third bleacher up. Between you and the wall that makes the inside of the Colosseum is about 10 feet. You've got two bleachers down from you and then half a dozen that lead up and just continue to elevate. And then there's the boxes like at sports games, the individual glass cube boxes where you can
Okay.
only imagine like the rich people sit. That's all around. The to your right, one of the boxes up at the center is where the announcements were made from, where Dartmouth and Ruinette, Xander, they were all sitting in there making announcements about the game. But to your right and your left, there are hundreds of people, and it just circles around into this giant Coliseum. And then inside the Coliseum, there's Yorick and Vidar, and then there's 24 total that went down there to fight. And then there are 7 gladiators that came in full plate mail, full armor, from swords to shields to spears to everything you can imagine. There's horses going around the outside of it, making sure that no one can try and run away to any of the escape doors. But your route isn't exactly carved
Oh,
to
it's
go
carved.
one
I have an idea.
to go one way or the other. Just listen. I'm only saying this one time. To the right and left are innocent people.
Yeah, that is true.
But you do you.
Would I be able to Iron Man without hurting people?
No.
Fuck. Okay, fuck
No.
it then. We're just gonna walk through the crowd.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I don't want to kill people
You
right now.
would not be able to Iron Man without hurting people in your current location
True.
because there's people everywhere. However, if you wanted to do like a walk to the edge and jump out into the Coliseum and then try to Iron Man midair, that is also an option.
I'll just walk.
Okay.
It won't take that long.
I'll just walk. Which direction are you going? Because again, you're
Right.
mid-stadium, so it's all right. So you're gonna circle around to your right,
Hmm.
and are you is Malador right now? Is he like beelining it around to get
Oh yeah.
to Steven, or is he paying attention to
beelining it.
anything on his way? Okay.
He's beelining it, but he's also like making sure he's not about to get robbed, because there's a lot of people around.
Okay, so that would be 2 rolls. Give me an acrobatics to see how well you're able to maneuver through this crowd.
Oh, can I do athletics instead of acrobatics?
Nope.
That's
Steven, yes, you did.
Okay.
Wait, acrobatics?
Yes, sir.
What's that? Oh, okay. That's great. 7.
Oh, fantastic. And a perception check to see. Hey, there he is. Mr. Garrison.
It's him.
19.
My big dog.
Okay, so where you are able to keep your eyes open to make sure that you're not getting pickpocketed and to keep an eye out for certain things, your balance is that of like a toddler and a duckling at pretty much the same time. So you are jumping between your bleacher and the bleacher below, and every step is like you're bouncing into someone, having to put your hands on their back and nearly pushing them into the one in front of them, jumping back and doing the same thing to the person on the bench, stepping on people's drinks, kicking bottles over. You're pissing off a lot of people, but in terms of, I mean, I know you got a 7, but you don't fall
Mhm.
because of that roll. I was looking for a natural 1 to actually make you roll off into the Coliseum. But you do end up getting a lot of shouts behind you, a lot of like, "Hey, that was what the fuck!" And just just as you're circling around, with your perception check, you are able to see a couple of just bags of rice and various other snacks that people bought, and empty bottles flying through the air at you as you're making everyone angry.
Can I do a sleight of hand check to like grab him out of the air?
That's not a sleight of hand. That's dexterity.
Yeah.
Sleight of hand is if you're trying to steal something without being seen. Also, with your perception check, you notice as you're going underneath the box, and I mean, like it's if there's 5 people in a row, you're pissing off 4 of them with that acrobatics roll. That's like every other person. You're just like they're fucking. You're just getting a wave. And Merida and Garrison from across the way, you know where Malador was because he was making all this noise. So as you guys are focusing on Yorick and Vidar in the fight, but also across the way, you see Malador get up and he's going, and you just one person pissed off, second, third, fourth, just as he goes, just people are starting to yell at him along the way. Malador, with that 19, you as you're passing underneath the box, you also see from underneath Dartmantle and Ruinette and Xander sitting down at a table because the announcements are over, and you see them passing a paper back and forth and a feather pen just going crazy wild.
Okay, awesome.
But eventually you will make it over to Steven on the other side, and ironically, in order to do so, you go right by Garrison and Merida.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Pardon me. I'm going to get things.
Yep, and Garrison, when he goes by behind you, his left hand pushes right onto the back of your head, trying to get his stability. Merida, no, you're short.
Garrison, you are muted, by the way.
Yes, Garrison, you are muted.
Oh.
Yeah, no, we still can't hear you.
The baby disappeared.
Yeah.
The baby disappeared.
Yeah, he lost power.
The baby lost power.
Yeah.
Ah. Ah!
He'll be back.
You know, it's funny when he gives me
Mine's
when
muted on purpose. So.
yeah, the shout out that he gave me went to Major Fuckwit. Power went off. That makes weird amount of sense. That's why I have that handle,
Garrison's
man, at work.
having mic issues.
He is. Technical issues on our game. No way.
Never.
Never.
Every
Things
time.
not working the way they're supposed to work. Never. Nope. Still can't. Yes, fuck.
Fuck.
Yes. Yeah, we saw that.
definitely know who said what he said there.
Yep. We definitely saw that. But yes, you
Oh.
do eventually make it over. Oh, there's
Judge back. And he's gone.
He's gone.
And he's back.
There we go.
There we go.
Now where's the other one?
Hello. But yes, Malador, you do eventually make it over to Steven. Steven, you were able to successfully bring the bag of gems and the crown with you to the stadium
Okay.
without them being seen. And you do see Malador, because it's impossible not to, with the wave of anger that follows him. He does eventually make it over to your side.
Steven,
Okay. Yeah.
Talk, Garrison.
what do you
Hold on.
got for me?
Hold on.
Oh.
Garrison,
Uh-oh.
speak. Nope, you're muted. All right, go ahead.
Steven, what do you got for me?
I got the crown and I got the jewels.
Give.
Okay. I hand him over. What do I get from this?
I'll give you half of the bag.
Bet.
Malador's
Okay,
gonna...
and I mean the gems inside this bag, Malador, they're exactly like the ones that you got before. The
Oh,
orange
no.
one,
The
the
eatable
orange-
ones?
orange one that you swallowed that blew up the cart. Yep, but it's various colors. It's blue and red and orange and green and white. There's a couple black ones in there. There's crystal clear ones in there.
Let's go.
There are. You're gonna want to notate
Taste
this
the
down.
rainbow.
Because, I mean, unless you guys actually decide to pour them out and count them individually, I'm not going to tell you how many are in there because you wouldn't know. What I do need you to notate down is there are 3 that have every color in it.
Ooh. Okay, so we go into super flower
Don't taste
power
the
mode.
rainbow.
Mario
Okay,
mode.
so
Don't taste the rainbow.
so you guys know. No, we still can't hear you, Garrison. So you guys know there are 100 gems in this bag.
Oh my
Three
god.
of them have every color.
These things are OP.
What is it called when you go like superstar mode on Mario? Do 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 do.
Yep.
Superstar
Yes,
power.
3 with every color.
Honestly.
We really need to get these identified so we can hand
Yeah.
out like appropriate ones to people.
I'm curious as to what these multicolored ones will do.
Malador looks.
You guys all know what the orange ones do.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Malador looks in the bag, looks up at Steven, looks in the bag, looks up at Steven. Do you know what these are?
Yes, I know exactly what these are. Do not eat them.
I have so much power in my hands right
Hello?
now. Your
Yep.
mic works.
You're good. You're
Oh,
good.
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yep.
Oh, fucking sweet.
There you
All
are.
right.
Hell yeah.
Steven,
What's
I
up,
am
guys?
God.
You are not God.
so-
You are far
What
from
happens
it.
if I would eat all of these?
You would probably.
The whole color.
Like-
Okay,
Dim
you're
close
only
black
immune
hole.
to fire. But you know what? Eat a multicolored one, please. Just do it. Make my day.
The whole Coliseum's dead.
Malador's gonna quickly close the bag and put him on his side.
You essentially
And he's gonna put the crown on.
munch on.
You guys split half, right? You guys went 50-50.
We will eventually.
You took the whole bag for now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know if I trust him with
Eventually.
the whole
I'm
bag.
just gonna keep it all right now, but then
Yeah.
eventually I'll give you what I think is half. It's
You
fine.
should roll. You should make them roll to see who gets 2 of the multicolored ones.
That is very true. Yeah, you know what? Go ahead. Do some rollies. Custom 20 die for each of you. See who gets 2 and who gets 1. Let's
10.
do.
3.
Steven gets 2.
Thank
Good thing
God
the
he can't
bag's on
kill
my
everyone for now.
Yep. Steven will get 2 of the multicolored. Malador will get 1. He's gonna eat the fucking thing anyway.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna become God.
No.
It's gonna be like a black hole.
No.
Just let him do it, guys. Just let him.
Just
He's
let
gonna
him do
divide
it.
my hero. Just drop a bag of holding in the bag of holding and go.
Right? So listen, we've already made it very, very clear that players can die. Okay, we've all agreed to that. You do all have backup characters, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
No.
All right. No. All right. Okay.
The one that might actually.
Did anything
need it.
happen when I put the crown on?
You felt pretty.
Not that you can tell.
You felt like a pretty princess.
Okay.
If you
Elder,
were-
he's gonna-
If you
he's
were
gonna sit down
proficient,
next to Steven.
Do you feel?
I will be back. I gotta use the restroom.
I feel bloody.
Do you
Okay,
feel
bye.
pretty? Oh, so pretty.
Okay,
It's
bye.
one of those magic items where like you grow exactly 1 millimeter taller when you wear it.
okay, he's in the bathroom. Who wants to kill him while he's gone?
Me.
Ooh,
Anyway.
no, definitely it's gonna be Garrison.
Just-
Garrison got his head partially smushed on the way by. I think he deserves it.
Yeah,
I
yeah, fucking rude.
Jill. I liked how I liked Merida's reaction was like. I like Merida's reaction was doing this shit as he walked by. Don't touch me.
No swear. Leave me alone.
Please don't do it. All right,
I'm
so
involved.
Yorick.
Going into the ring. Malador, do something.
So what happened so far with the match? Anything?
Nope. So
Nothing's-
far with the match was what we went over last week. Was just the couple of things. A few people are dead, and then when we opened up here, I went to Jake because he wasn't here last week. So just everything you walked into has all been RP at this point.
Okay.
What
That's
you're
fine.
noticing from the match is quite literally Vidar and his dwarf friend and Yorick and his elven friend are pretty much taking center stage. It is a lot of back and forth, and a lot of people are going down and not getting back up. But as far as your friends go, they're really not having that much difficulty. You're noticing a lot of, especially with Yorick, it's a lot of like eldritch blasts here and there. His elven friend seems, Garrison, you're very interpretive when it comes to combat. So from the stands, you're able to see that the elf that he is shackled to is a lot more confident than they should be. And somehow the clumsy Yorick is able to keep them both alive.
All right.
Just from his like 120-foot distance, being able to lob these eldritch blasts, he'll knock someone down, and then you'll hear his elven partner be like, "Yeah, I did that." And then Vidar from the other side will do his blood maledict, his bloated agony. You'll see a couple of them swell up inside the armor, and because there's so much pressure from the armor, they literally start to like implode. But as far as danger to your friends goes, because I know you were looking for that.
Yes.
As far as danger to your friends goes, to the point where you have to jump out of the bleachers and go help, it doesn't look like you're going to have to at all.
Okay.
Being that this is the first match, and there were, I can say, only 7 that came out to attack them, it doesn't look like they're going to have much trouble.
Okay.
The fight doesn't last but a few minutes, and then all 7 gladiators have been handled, Out of the 24 that were sent out there, however, actually, let me see. That was a roll. I've got a rollies on that one. Who the fuck called me? Go away.
Okay then.
Okay.
Okay.
I was
So,
just calling
out
to
of-
tell you I was coming, but whatever.
Just tell me on Discord. You don't need to bother me on my phone. My phone is off limits on my days off. Unless you're dying. No, it's still off limits. So out of
You can leave a
of the-
message. I'll cherish it
you
forever.
leave a message, I'll listen to it every chance I get. Once a year probably. Out of the 24 that went out there, 16 of them survived.
Okay.
So there's 8 of the participants and then the 7 gladiators. So 7 gladiators went up against 24 participants
fucking
killed 8 of
murdered.
and killed 8 of them before they were all toast.
No, so that's just almost one each. Like
That's
those
almost
are
20.
those are some shit gladiators.
Yeah, well, you had people that out of the 16, you were also able to notice just from your view, just the battle mechanics of what you were able to put together. There was barely any strategy out there on the field. You were actually able to pinpoint the people who had been in combat situations before and the ones that were probably forced to be here. Which there's not a whole lot of battle mechanics out here. The like 6'5" bald barbarian dude that I had described, he was, along with Vidar and Yorick, probably the only other capable person who actually knew what they were doing. The rest of them were just kind of faking it the whole time.
Yeah.
Yorick.
Fake it till you make it.
Exactly. Yorick, once the fight is over with your, again, your fucking passive is so stupid. You were actually able to, at the exact same time as Malador, notice up in the box the 3 of them sitting at the table, and it directly connects with the memory of being down here before the games and seeing the ghostly projections doing it. Only Antolon is not involved in this group. It's Darth Mantle and Ruinette and Xander. But they're sitting at a table passing a piece of parchment back and forth with a feather pen just frantically writing. But once it is done and the match is over, there's little doors that open up. Merida, you're able to see this as well. And because of your view, there's not much of a perception check. You just look and it's there. There's little doors probably about that big around that just kind of open up, and these cannons pop up out of the ground and just start shooting colored confetti into the air. And there's the just all over the place. And then you hear an announcement. Congratulations to the winners. Let's all tip our hats and maybe take a drink to the ones that fell. And that's what we're here for anyway. No one really cares. But as we prepare for the second round,
fuck those guys.
please take a moment to, if you want to get down and help clean up, that's always appreciated. Otherwise, just sit tight while we get the second one taken care of. Anyway, yeah, and the voice just kind of cuts out. What you guys are kind of understanding from that is that these games are very well put together, other than in between the battles. It seems like the one who made the announcement either didn't get the script or they don't have one. So you see just the 2 doors on each side open up. The one that Vidar and Yorick went down to prepare for the fight, and then another one on the opposite side, and then 2 more in the middle that all open up, and you just see people start coming up and pulling the dead bodies off the floor, just dragging them across. What you also see is as they are dragging the bodies, there are tigers that come up out of each door and start running up to the dead bodies, and each of them grab one and start dragging them off to the side. And then there's people going out there in just like tattered clothing with like what looks like just push brooms, and they're just pushing the sand that is also covered with the blood and just pieces of broken gear, just pushing them toward the stairwell as they try to clean up the place. Yorick, you and Vidar are not so gracefully ushered to the staircase that you went down before, to once again go downstairs to where all of the equipment and everything are. But that is what you guys see from up top, is just a bunch of people coming out trying and dragging the bodies off. A tiger from each one goes off and grabs 4. So there's only 4 bodies that are dragged off that aren't immediately eaten or dismantled. You do see one of them actually start fighting with one of the guys and rips one of the legs off. As he's just trying to get the body off, a tiger grabs onto the ankle, rips the leg off, and just creates more blood spatter that sprays all over the Coliseum.
It's pretty fun. Pretty fun.
And then silence. Everything is gone. Like the audience is completely quiet, just waiting for the next round. Everything's been pushed off. The doors reclose. And just nothing.
I don't even have music going. Like, come on, what the fuck is this?
Nope. It's
No
just
Seven
complete
Nation
silence.
Army. Like, what kind of sports
No-
event
no-
is this? If there's
Yeah,
no,
no
Seven
Super
Nation
Bowl
Army?
halftime show. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, what's going
Where's
on?
Usher?
Yeah, where's Usher?
Where's Usher? No one called Beyonce, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So
I
for
want-
you
No
and
SpongeBob at the Super Bowl?
no. Winner take all? No.
I want Weird Al Yankovic.
I second that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
that would
You
be-
know, listen.
Yeah.
Listen. I love the guy's music, and I would, just for comedic value, have him run out to the Coliseum just to get eaten by a tiger, and I'm sure he'd love it. But I don't feel like being sued.
Dude, he would put on the best Super Bowl halftime show.
Mhm.
It
He
be
would too,
amazing.
Hell yeah.
All of the other celebrities that he
But
could
there would be
pick
so
the
many
song-
lawsuits.
There would be so many lawsuits too. Just have him go out to the Super Bowl and sing Amish Paradise.
Yeah. Well, no, he
What
can
the
sing
hell?
all of his songs. They're all
Yeah.
copyrighted to him. He got
Yeah,
all
exactly.
the rights to him. That's why he was.
No, but you know he would make one specifically for the Super Bowl, and he would piss
100%.
everybody off,
And it would be amazing.
and it would be
His goal would
amazing.
be
It
how
would
many
piss you off, but
lawsuits
like
he
it
can
wouldn't. You couldn't help it because the tone would be so catchy. Like,
Like, well, I should be offended, but nah.
oh, this makes me
I'm
so
gonna be
mad. But I
commenting
just,
this later.
yeah, but it's just like it's stuck in my head.
for being born this way.
So, Yorick, what would you like to do to prepare for the next one? You're brought back down into the same room.
I'm going to figure out and see if I can. I'm going to use that skeleton key that I have, and I'm going to try to unlock. Or is there no? They're bolted in. Never mind.
Yeah, we tried that before. I think last time, or you tried it.
I'm going to try to find a way to detach myself from this.
Make a perception check, sir. Although you shouldn't fucking have to.
I'll do it anyway, just to spice things up. That is a 27.
Yeah, his passive is 17. That's why I'm always calling it stupid. And his fucking perception is a +7.
What is he, an owl?
So it's like,
So he sees everything.
it's like, why do I even bother having him roll?
I don't know. Maybe I got like
Because
blood and
it's fun.
light, and maybe I'm just not having a good vision day.
So you go looking around at the cuff, and again, you're still attached to the guy. So as you're lifting your wrist up and you're looking around it, one thing that you're realizing is that the elf that you were attached to, who was they seem so elated that they survived, that they're sitting down on basically like a beer keg, the wooden ones, and they're just sitting, they're just breathing to the point where they don't even realize you're there anymore. They drop the spear down on the ground and they're just and you're twisting their friggin' arm around trying to look at this cuff. They don't even give a shit that you're doing it. They barely even notice you're there. And as you're going around, you do see in a very, very awkward spot right here, because the pin is up here. You see right here is a keyhole.
Bum bum bum.
All right, I'm gonna try.
You gonna try what?
I'm gonna try the key.
The skeleton key?
Yeah.
So you take out the skeleton key. Perfect fit.
Does it push the pin out?
Yeah. I'm gonna twist it. I'm gonna twist it gently.
And it no resistance at all.
Okay.
Pops off. Pushes the pin right out.
Oh,
And the
wow.
cuff falls to the ground.
Interesting.
All right. I'm gonna take the key back.
All right.
The
Yeah.
key,
All right.
when you try to pull it out, is nothing but a ring now.
So it seems like it's a one-time use thing. I'm still gonna hold on to it.
Okay. Yes, you are free from the cuff.
Hello.
Right. I'm gonna walk over.
From from across the room, you hear the dwarf that Vidar was shackled to. God, my wrist still fucking hurts. What did you do? And he's looking at his wrist. The like skin is just like partially melted down to the muscle on his wrist. Vidar is, and you see Vidar just kind of shrug and I thought acid would work. I didn't know it would hurt you.
I thought
he
he
just
did break
walks-
off him. No.
No, he did. Vidar melted them with his acid technique,
Yeah.
but it chewed
burned him
into the
too?
wrist of his partner.
Nice.
Vidar didn't get hit at all. It just ate his shackle. He broke away, but the dwarf got a couple of the spats on his wrist. So you see the two of them kind of arguing as they separate.
Well, I guess that worked. All right. He's gonna walk over and check on Vidar, make sure that see if
Think
he's all
Spoon's okay.
Yeah, I mean he notices you as you approach. What you're also going to notice as you're passing by all of the tables that you guys were forced to stand in front of, the guards that were down here before that were making you guys stand where you were are going around to each person and undoing the shackles.
Wow.
fortunate. I'm ahead of the game. That's all. All right.
As they collect them all
How do you-
and
how
walk
do
off
you
into a
say
room
he
with them.
wasted a magical item.
Who knows?
Hollywood waited 10 seconds.
Who knows? It might still be important at some point. It might help at some point.
All right.
I assume all the doors are being watched.
Yes. Yeah, there's only the one exit because you guys were brought down the set of stairs into the room, and then there's two guards that are standing at the bottom of it, along with the two that are going around and removing all the shackles. So yes, they are watched.
This is a weird thing to get invited to. I'm just saying. Typically, when I get an invitation to a place, I don't immediately get handcuffed and forced into a coliseum.
More like voluntold, right?
Yeah.
Tends to happen to us quite a bit, actually.
And people like wanted to do this, and they were like, "Yeah, yeah." Like, what do you mean? That's my ticket. And then, yeah, I don't know.
You know,
How much
What?
money is involved here?
no one knows,
Hmm.
but people do bet on this.
Malador knows. He took the
Yeah.
bet.
We should've,
Malador is
like-
causing the bet. It doesn't mean that he's counting.
Yeah. I should have bet on Vidar to live.
You
until
should have
I-
bet on
Wait, you
Vidar.
bet
Yeah,
against him? What do you?
That's right.
No, like I didn't know we could bet.
Yeah, dude,
Vidar's
I'd bet,
gonna die.
I'd bet
Yeah,
against him. Fuck
Totally
it.
bet against him.
I'd bet against him. Why not?
I have plans.
Oh, do you?
Do not eat the crystal.
I'm gonna put a bet that there's going to be a streaker.
That,
He
I
just
mean,
got
you're
clothes
pretty
on.
close, Garrison. You're pretty close.
Hey, listen,
Just got
listen.
clothes on.
listen.
Don't
I'll
put
say,
on-
yeah, he just got clothes on. Just because 40% of the campaign so far he's been naked and no one noticed, doesn't mean he needs to go back to it.
Listen, I'm just going on a hunch. I'm just gonna put a bet saying
Just
like,
going
at some
on a
point
hunch.
during the games, there's gonna be a
Stop putting
streaker.
ideas
You
in
know,
his
like
Notice me as they run across as they run across it naked. Yes. All right. So during the lull, Garrison, Steven, and Merida, what would you three like to be doing?
Well, Malador's
If anything.
there, too.
I'm gonna
Yes.
try to make sure Malador doesn't eat any of the crystals.
Well,
Okay.
that's not what I'm planning to do. I'm about to talk to you, Mr. Steven.
Also,
Well,
I
then
guess
talk.
I could, like,
Steven.
Yeah?
As soon as they start the fight, I'm gonna go right off to the edge, and I'm gonna fall off and Iron Man my cross away over there.
why?
Because I'm gonna fight.
Why do you want to fight?
It's a strategy.
What do you
I'll
mean
say
it's a
when-
strategy? You're putting yourself in danger.
How is that
He's
putting
doing the
myself in
thing.
danger? I'm part of the fight.
If you're part of the fight, then why are you in the stands?
It's a strategy.
I don't get this
What is
strategy.
your strategy?
Surprise attack.
do we hear this? Do we hear this?
Yeah,
Is he
we're
close?
all
He's
together.
behind
You
us.
guys are all
Oh,
together.
is he behind us?
Yeah,
Oh,
pretty much.
oh.
Well,
When
I
did
mean, well, no,
Steven get
you
here?
guys are sitting on the same third bleacher, but there are only a couple of people down, and he
Oh.
talked loud.
He does.
It's a lull. No one's fighting. Everyone's talking. And by the way, Malador talks. He screams.
He talks loud. He's made that very apparent. So
Oh yeah. He talks loud.
yeah. So you
Then
guys are all able to hear him.
You know what? Instead of doing that, how about I try to figure out what that crown does?
That would be great, but how are you
I
gonna
think
do
it's
that?
just a normal crown, guys. I don't think it has any magical properties.
I don't know. I'll take a good look at it, see if I can figure anything
Right.
out.
He's gonna duck his head down.
Not everything is magical. I want to say.
We've already established that every time like anything happens in the campaign, it's magic.
Okay.
It's already been
Got a point.
established.
Malador. I mean, you know what? You do you.
You don't think it's a good idea to join the fight?
No, I don't.
Why?
considering
I had a
you
ticket.
You weren't invited. Did you have a ticket? I don't think
Yeah.
you did.
Well, no, but on the ticket it said
Right.
anyone
No,
can
yeah.
join.
Right. Right. But the time for the open auditions is over.
I signed in.
When?
Did you though?
Yeah.
When?
Right, but then you weren't there for the introduction, so
Yeah, I was in the crowds.
right.
Technically, he was there. He was just not.
Yeah, I
Being
signed
introduced.
in for the fight thing, but I didn't go with anybody else. I went to the crowd.
You see, you're gonna get in that ring, and then they're gonna
Yeah.
like, "Hey, he shouldn't be there. Let's kill him." And then they all jump you.
Yeah, Logan, we can hear you. Your camera just turned off.
Can you
Well-
see me now?
No.
Because I can see all y'all, and it has my camera, but it doesn't pull up.
Weird.
I don't know what's going on.
Try exiting and coming
It's
back.
I see her.
Oh no, I don't. She's just it's just the CL.
Yeah, it's just to see how.
That's
I
weird.
see her, but it's a still image.
Yeah, it's a frozen image.
Yeah, I don't
Hold
see.
on.
Yeah, try
I'll
just
be
going
back.
out and coming back in.
Works for the DM most of the time.
What's up?
Works for you most of the time.
It does. A lot of the time. I end up having to reset again.
So yeah, I mean,
There she is.
guys, you know, you could say no all you want. He's just gonna do it anyways.
You do have a good point, Garrison.
I mean, even if everybody tells you that it's a bad idea and not to do it, he's still gonna do it because that's just who
Sounds
he
like a
is.
teenager.
I'm gonna go kill as many people as possible.
Don't
gonna
kill
try.
Vidar and Yorick.
Well, obviously,
You're
I
You're gonna
can't
try
kill
your heart
Vidar
out.
and Yorick.
I know you
He's
want
doing the
to,
thing.
but do not.
I'm
They
just-
are
I'm-
off
I'm
limits.
sure that they have measures that they take when people just all of a sudden just run onto the field. I'm very curious as to see what those are. So by all means, go do it.
Oh yeah, as soon as the fight starts, I'm going.
Yep. Because then I learn their defenses as well. So
You guys want a crystal?
you go ahead, little rabbit. Let the dogs chase you.
You want a crystal, Garrison?
Absolutely not. No.
Human
them.
sacrifice, but not human.
Yeah. Where-
Garrison, I will say with the amount of studying that you did on the last fight, any decision that you make, any role that you either decide to do or are told to do, one time you get advantage on it for the amount of time that you studied. Because Garrison would have
Huh?
just sat there and stared.
Yeah.
So like perception checks that have to do with the fight, insight checks, any of that shit, you'll get advantage on it.
Mhm.
Because that's what you do.
Mhm.
If you're not
Yeah.
involved in the combat, you study the combat.
But yeah, I would have been like using my know thy enemy on the gladiators and everything, like just trying to assess it.
What you were able to reveal there is that in terms of armor class, it was significantly lower than yours.
Uh-huh.
HP, it was on par, if not better.
Yeah.
So they weren't. What you were able to gather just by that is their armor is what made them look intimidating.
Right.
Yet they were still able to kill 8 of the participants.
I gotcha.
Time to kill them all.
All right. Malador, Garrison, Steven, Merida. Perception checks, please.
Awesome.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's 21.
24.
Nice.
That perception and the +4 helps a lot.
If you're taking a drink before the roll, does that mean it's good or bad?
Who are you talking to?
Steven. You roll perception?
He's the baby, so it's not that kind of drink. So
Oh, I know it's not that kind of drink. Can't
Where's
hear you,
his
bud.
giant jar of candy?
Can't hear you. I don't know where his giant jar.
Yeah,
Maybe he
he's been-
doesn't
he's
want to
been
see
So
the
I've
talking-
other-
got this
He's
right
been talking
now.
about this
There you go,
candy
now we
all
can-
And then I've
week.
got-
This, which is
Jesus.
okay. So let's go through all this. We've got
Oh Lord.
sea
Sidetrack.
salt caramels,
Nice. Those are
Jesus.
delicious. I love those, actually.
various fun dips,
All right.
He had a good Valentine's
candy from
Day, huh?
Sweetwater, more nerds, gummy bears, Valentine's Day candy from my parents. It's just more loose, generic candy. Fruit roll-ups. There's 2 more fruit roll-ups in here somewhere. More Valentine's candy. That's just more gummy bears.
No, a lot of gummy. A lot
More
of gummy stuff,
Valentine's
huh?
Day candy. More candy. Even more candy. Another fruit roll-up. Another bag from Sweetwater. More candy and the last fruit roll-up.
Nice. Nice.
Okay.
What,
Gonna be
not a
up for
chocolate fan?
years.
I feel like it's all like gummies and gummy bears and fruit
Mm.
roll-ups. Like,
Hershey Kisses.
nerds.
That's Starburst.
His dad took all the Reese's like everybody
Yeah.
else's dad
Yep.
did.
Hell yeah. My kids don't get any fucking Reese's. Are you kidding me? I take them all.
Oh, yeah.
No, I've got a whole
Those are
bag of
all
Reese's.
Listen, Halloween is not for them. It's for me.
Oh, yeah.
They might
One-
think it's
One for them, 3 for me. That's how it goes.
They might think it's for them until the candy gets home and I raid half of it.
You know what I love? And everyone calls me such an old man. I love the Whoppers.
Hell yeah.
The chocolate
Those are
malt
fire,
balls.
yeah.
Those
Hell
are
yeah.
so good. I love those. And everyone's like,
Hell
"Oh,
yeah.
you're such an old man for love." I was like, "Oh, but they're so delicious." Like, I
Fuck
love
those people.
Yeah,
I
fuck those
have-
people.
Yeah.
Fascination of Bunch Crunch.
And she's pulling out a zebra cake right now. Like, oh,
She
I'm
is.
so jealous.
Hell yeah, man. All right. Steven, I saw your roll. Merida, what did you get for perception? Because we went way off track.
He doesn't remember.
8.
He doesn't remember.
An 8?
Yeah, 8.
Fantastic. So you'd be the only one that didn't see anything. That's cool.
I'm too short.
You're actually
saw
not that
everything.
short. That's the weird part. You're actually
Yeah.
not that
You're like
short,
5 feet tall.
right?
You're not even legally a midget.
Everyone else. Everyone else is like 6 foot.
Like all of you that should be short, like Steven should be short, you should be short, but you're all like 5 foot and above. Yeah. All right.
My
Okay.
kind is usually like 8 to 10 feet tall.
Fair enough. So the Garrison, Malador, and Steven that all see. During the intermission, as you guys are all bantering back and forth, where you guys are sitting is on the left side of the stadium. So to your left is the box where Xander and Dartmouth and Ruinette are, Darth Mantle. And then to the right, you guys see not a door on the ground, but like the entrance that you guys came in to get to the Coliseum. That door literally blows off its hinges. It doesn't just open like someone's angry. There's an explosion of just dust and smoke. That door hits the ground and skids to the middle of the Coliseum. And then through it, Malador, you would notice this first given who it is. Through it, you see your father Antolon.
Ah! Okay, of course.
But there's something very there's nothing off about this one. You are immediately able to tell which one this is.
Oh, so this one is mine.
This one is not this timeline's
Right.
with differences here and there. This one is your actual father, Antolon,
Oh,
Bum, bum, bum.
as he
Okay,
comes
awesome.
barreling through the
Interesting.
door.
is
Following
that
the
close
door,
to me?
it's like down on the ground. So you guys are 3 bleachers up, which I said was 10 feet from the drop that happens to round the Coliseum.
Bless you.
So you're 10 feet
Awesome.
from there, and then it's a 50-foot drop down to the ground.
I'm jumping.
So you see him come through. You immediately get up to your feet, and before you are even able to make that leap, as he's going through the middle, do not listen to any of them. They have been lying to you from the beginning. The ones that say that this is to keep everyone together and keep all of the nations aligned, they are lying to you. They're using these games to manipulate you and hide you from the truth. There is a great war on the horizon. They will make themselves seem like the heroes, where enough people have died, and a group that will label themselves as the thinkers will come by with a great idea to stop the war and put themselves on a pedestal for all of you to listen to. Do not let them do it again. And his voice echoes throughout the stadium. And of course, you guys, conspiracy theorists, right? You guys know as his voice is echoing through, you all hear every word, but the words are not really reaching the audience. Those that are there to see a fight and that have been coming here for years to see the fight, they're all just kind of like, whatever, that kind of thing. But you do see a couple scattered throughout that get that, maybe he's right. You do also immediately notice, and Yorick, even though you're underground, this muffled, echoing voice penetrates underneath and actually like fills the well of this chamber. You and Vidar both hear these words just as clearly as you would if you were up top. As the door that you went down wasn't even closed. So you guys hear it. And even those of you that are still remaining among the 16, there's a couple of them that are doing the whatever. And a few of them that immediately put their weapons down and start to kind of like try to draw their own conclusion. As he continues, there are 2 of them up in that box up there right now, Dartmantle and Ruinette, who will lead you to believe that this is to continue. Year after year, they have been doing this and hiding the truth from you. And again, the voice just continues to echo. And Garrison, what you immediately notice is Xander up at the top exits the box. He's at the glass as it starts, and he just walks away. Dartmantle and Ruinette are standing watching him, and Xander turns his back and walks out of the box. So he just exits, and you lose sight of him completely. But Antolon has now made it to the center of the Coliseum, where the broken door slid up and left its own trail, and just continues to turn around to face everyone in the audience that he can and blurt this out. What are you all doing? Malador, are you still jumping in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is in athletics. Because you're jumping 10, over, and 50
Oh,
down.
that was a great first roll. I can only get an okay. $27.
Okay. Yeah,
I
so
rolled
I
a
mean without
19.
without
Plus
issue, you
8.
stand up and you're about to jump as you hear him start doing this speech. And then somewhere in the middle of it, you finally make the leap and all the way down to the ground. land on your right foot, tuck and roll. And you are now able to freely walk up to him if you
No
wish.
damage?
No damage.
Hell yeah.
Not with that roll. No fucking way.
That roll was amazing. Holy shit.
So the rest of you that are up there, Merida, even with your 8, you weren't able to see who entered, but you did start hearing the speech, obviously, because it hit everybody, and you then see Malador leap off to go toward him.
Papa.
Stephen and Garrison and Yorick, actually, what are the 3 of you doing?
Have I met Antoine? I know that we had the
Yes.
little
right back.
mind conversation with Malador and him. But when would I have met Antoine?
That is actually a good question. Because you came in with the mission from Relictus.
Yep.
You met Trock. You wouldn't have.
It's a shame that all my knowledge of Antoine is from Adam.
Mhm.
Yeah, and he's dead.
And Adam is now just a regular planter pot in someone's household. A 6 foot tall, 250-pound planter pot just in someone's living room.
The best kind of planter pot.
Why?
I need that story later.
Yeah, you'll get it.
I totally didn't kill him.
Why would the Thinkers throw on a gladiator battle to then start a war, to then come up with a solution to end the war, just so they could be top dogs?
So that they can be top dogs?
Because they're evil? Question mark?
But like, why would you do the Colosseum battle? Like, what does that even? What does that even do?
Makes the people happy. It distracts them.
Right.
Wasn't that the only thing keeping the
What are you
3
distracting
new
them
people
from
together?
if you're just gonna start a war?
Maybe that's what they want.
Training them. The winners from
I'm
the
gonna
fights
find
get
out
to
answers.
become like top dog soldiers or something.
But it doesn't even matter if they're top soldiers. The whole point is just to start a war, let it go on for a little bit, and then come up with some cockamamie reason for it to end. Just so you can be like, yeah, I did that. You know what I mean? Like, so it doesn't matter if they're trained or not. Like,
I mean,
He's doing the thing.
and even then, there's only like a handful of people that are like invited to. It's not even like all the nations. Like, it's just this underground fight club. So
Don't talk about fight.
that like nobody else knows about. Only people who get invitations know about it.
I
So
don't
it's not even like
think,
the whole world
So
knows
why
about
are
it.
they trying to distract that specific group
I don't
of
think
people?
Antoine really knows what's happening right now.
I say we kill the Thinkers one way or another. That'll be fun.
Yeah, we definitely should kill them.
Hey, we got those rainbow crystals now. We can finally
Like-
test them out.
Right. Yep. That's those rainbow crystals. That'll do
I
it.
told you I'm gonna turn into God.
I need to get out of the vicinity as soon as possible.
What if the reason for the games is because the people that are involved know something and they're trying to kill them in a indiscreet way?
I mean,
You mean aside from just killing them? Like, as far as we've seen, like the Thinkers are pretty powerful people. Like,
yeah, but that's
literally,
suspicious.
they teleported us from one reality to another. They could have just teleported us to a reality where oxygen doesn't exist and we die. Like, you know what I mean?
But, like,
there's so much easier ways that it could have been done. So
I doubt they're that powerful.
I mean, they might be,
they
but
literally teleported us from one reality to another. What do you mean? Like,
The Thinkers enjoy watching us squirm.
yeah, like maybe everyone has been teleported in here like us. Like, Vidar and Yorick are down
This
there
is
fighting
all a trick.
because maybe the thinkers know, and like you
Hey,
know
look,
how
he's
our
doing the
memories
thing.
have been getting fuzzy and kind of fading and being replaced. Maybe all these people have been here for so long that just all their memories are replaced. Maybe they were all adventurers like us, and then pop in here, everything's gone.
There it is.
Maybe this is just hell. Maybe we're all
Maybe
just being
we're all
punished.
dead.
I mean,
Maybe
look,
they
we have to
already
deal with
killed us.
Malador, so
World's
that's
longest shrink
punishment
trip.
enough. Cat, what do you want? What do you want?
The tequila pour.
We're in purgatory now. One of Malador's cards sent us to fucking purgatory.
That's what happened this entire time.
No, know what this is? This is all just an illusion. We're still back at the tavern. Vernon poisoned all of our drinks, and we're just been in a coma this entire time, just like back at friggin' Salvetti. Because Vernon rolled terribly on his potion mixing check, and now we're
and
all
we
just
all
sitting
died.
there.
Yeah,
We're all just sitting there in the tavern, just drooling on ourselves.
because we all drank it.
Like, yeah, this is all going back to fucking session. What is it? 5, 6?
I didn't exist.
We wake up and everything's different
Yep.
once again.
Anyways, yeah, I'm just gonna watch.
How
Mello
many
make a
times have
fool
you
of
woke
himself,
up
so.
and everything's been different?
This is like the
He
third
said
time.
once again.
I'd have
The
to.
third?
This is
That
what
goes
the
through.
third. This is like the fourth reality we've been in. So
Once or twice, maybe.
Are we gonna count the teleport spell?
Well, that's not waking up in a different reality. That's waking up in a different area.
That none of us have ever been to. That's
I mean,
like a different
technically, those
reality.
areas could have been different realities for all we know.
We didn't find anyone that
There
was
was the Fey realm.
creature.
Yep.
That was a
Yeah,
fun one.
Bayram.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then the witch doctor. Put
Yep,
us in
the witch
like a
doctor
dome that was like a
Magic
different
dome thing.
magic dome thing. And then
I'm sensing a theme.
and then what was it?
Yeah, magic. Magic is the answer to everything.
Magic.
I say we bring a gun and shoot all the sorcerers. That'll fix it, like
Oh, no.
all the problems.
Is he making a magical Nazi?
That's rude.
Yeah.
Screw you.
Yeah,
Burn them
getting a
all.
little- Yeah, getting a little Hitler-esque in here. Maybe we should tone it
All
down
right.
a little bit.
Alright.
I will come back from the dead and kill all.
So, Malador, you leap down. What are you doing?
I'm gonna go tackle him.
Okay.
You're going to what?
Make an attack roll.
What is that? I can't read that. Yeah, if that doesn't hit, that's a 2. Wait. Do I get advantage because it's with strength? Because I'm
No.
unarmed tackling?
No.
Wait, how do you get a 2? Don't you have like a +5? You should have
Well,
like.
that's what I rolled. So I have a 7. It's a 7. But
No,
I rolled a
like,
2.
what is
So-
your plus? Like,
It's unarmed, right? It's an unarmed.
yeah. So it's
Mhm.
strength plus your proficiency.
Your unarmed strike is +8.
Yeah. So that's 11.
Math is
Still no.
Yeah, I did figure
Still
out.
a no, but it's better than a 2. Like,
That's better than 2.
It is better than 2.
So you barrel toward him, trying to tackle him, dip down to get your shoulder in there, and he just kind of sideswipes you. And you land on your face and skid a little bit.
I look over to Garrison. Saw that coming.
As you roll over to
Okay.
face him, the look of trying to come in here and reveal to everyone the truth turns into immediate just confusion and fear. No.
Yes.
How are you here? Why are you
Ah,
here?
That guy, we teleported. What the fuck is happening? Where are we?
No, you need to leave.
Yeah, we're supposed to fight here.
No, we. I don't care about the rest of your whatever they are. You need to leave.
I care about the rest of whatever I are.
Then get them out of here.
Here? Or there? Or where are we?
Go
We're not
home.
home. How?
Can we hear this?
Oh yeah. He's not being quiet at all. This isn't a whisper between father and son. This is a plea to anyone who's
Yeah.
listening to get the one fucking kin that he has to safety. So yes, you can hear it. And as he is yelling this, you see him pull open his coat on the left side of his belt, and he pulls out what looks like a pipe bomb, throws it up into the air, and as it explodes, there's white dust and ember, and it just kind of starts to spread around the top of the Coliseum. And this is an enclosed space. Remember, when you guys came in, I did not tell you you could see the sky. This is an enclosed underground Coliseum.
Mm-hmm.
So as the smoke starts to fill the room, it starts to fill the room. And there is immediate screams and panic. And as it blows up, the audience just immediately starts to spread and run toward any exit that they can. People are trampling over each other. They're jumping the 50-foot spot down. You see them landing and like crumbling under their own weight. You see them landing and successfully landing and like starting to drag members of the other audience across the ground. Just panic starts to ensue throughout the entire spot. As Antolon then grabs you like by the hand forcefully, drags you up to your feet. Get out of here
How?
now.
Where and how?
There's a door.
Where?
Go to the poor district. There is a bar called Light.
Got it.
Used.
Where are we meeting up? We need to meet up and talk. I need to know everything.
Go now.
Not until you tell me where we're meeting up.
Go. And he like, as strong as you are, he takes the hand that he grabbed and he shoves you with very little difficulty. Those are my Cheez-Its, you prick. Yeah. Let's ruin a dramatic moment. He just shoves you with very little difficulty, just toward the side of the bleachers that you jumped from originally. And as you catch your footing,
I need that animated.
Malador, go. We'll talk later. Go.
Fine. Fine.
Malador's in his tiefling form, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So I'm gonna grab Merida, and I'm gonna sprout my wings, and I'm gonna fly through down, and I'm gonna scoop up Malador
Okay.
as well.
So,
Cool. Awesome.
Merida-
I didn't know that could happen. All right.
the second time that you have seen these dark wings from Garrison, only the second time. So it's not like you'd remember them in the first place. He basically comes up behind you on the bleachers and just reveals these wings, scoops you up underneath the shoulders, and juts up into the air, and very easily carries you with him. It moves you over to his left arm. And Malador, you see Garrison now with wings again, the second time you've only seen him, swoop down Do you try to dodge out of the way?
He?
Yeah, you.
No.
He's swooping down toward you.
I don't care.
So after you were pushed by Antolon and you start walking toward the bleachers, leaving as he told you to do, Garrison with Malador and with Merida in one arm scoops down toward you, grabs you up by your right arm, and just pulls you up into the air. So now you've got both. You're at like quarter movement at this point, but you
Yeah.
are able to physically hold them both.
That's actually lit.
Which your quarter movement's like fucking still 15, asshole.
Well, if I
Look,
if
I know I gave-
if I dash, actually, my quarter movement is still 30.
Look. Yeah, exactly. Look, I know I gave it to you, but you're still a prick.
Yeah, so if I'm obviously dashing, but
So where are you
I'm gonna
flying
head
to?
towards the exit.
Okay. So you scoop and go. All right. So I'm going to need from you, sir, acrobatics or athletics, your choice, to make
Wait,
sure
do
that
you
you
have
can.
Steven?
No,
He does
No.
not. He's got Merida and he's got Malador, but I need one of those rolls, your choice, to make sure that you can make the curve with all that weight. It will be at disadvantage, which is just a normal roll.
oh, sorry. Yep, so 19.
Okay. So even with all of that weight, you're able to stop kind of midair and make that sharp turn toward the door, which has been blown off. So there's no reason that you have to either try to go through it or try to open it on the way. And you just make your way through that hallway back into the now wide open room where the desk was and where everyone had gathered before and where the makeshift stage was and the original door that you had gone into. You fly through there.
Mhm.
And as you break through that entrance, all of you are able to Merida, Malador, Garrison, all of you are able to hear as you go through that hallway. You hear Antolon's voice behind you. Wait!
Ah!
What do you do, Garrison?
I'll halt and
Stop.
look back.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do you touch down?
Is there a huge crowd of people
No.
like trying to get out? No. Oh,
No,
okay,
I
then
mean,
yeah.
now, like, basically, as you go through, there's not a whole lot of people that are trying to go through this way.
Okay.
Oddly enough, people are they're flooding into other areas that you guys haven't really seen yet. There's like crowds of people going into one area and then they're not coming back out, so you're not really sure where they're going.
Mhm.
But as you fly through this hallway, there's a couple, but it's not really crowded to the point where if you were to touch down, you'd be surrounded.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna let them down.
Okay.
And I'm gonna dash back for Steven.
Yeah,
Okay.
go get Steven. Go get our boy.
All right.
So I'm gonna put them down. I'm gonna tell you. I'm like, guys, meet at Light or
Light, yeah.
where the Crook House used to be.
Light.
Got it.
Okay.
I'll meet you there, and I'm gonna dash back and look for Steven and grab him.
Yorick, you and Vidar at this point would have been pretty much against your will forcefully pushed up to the Colosseum where you just fought, because there is no other entrance down where you are. And the crowd of people, after hearing this explosion, you would have been kind of caught in the wave and pushed up. Once you were pushed up, you were left on your own. But you were pushed up right after that explosion happened to see Garrison swooping down with Merida in one arm and grab Malador with the other one and then shoot out the front door. That is what you and Vidar would have both come up those stairs to see.
Vidar has
Steven.
wings too, right?
Vidar does, but he can only use them for his celestial revelation. It's not something he can.
Oh, you
It's
can't
a
just like okay.
yeah. You can't just unveil him like you can. Steven, after seeing this, after seeing Garrison scoop up one, go down and get Malador and shoot out the door, within like seconds, you see him come back with those same terrifyingly cool wings,
I'm coming
comes
for
back
you.
out into the stadium and like curves around in a 90-degree angle and comes right up toward you. What are you doing?
I'll let him pick me up.
Like a baby, you put your
Yeah.
hands in the air? Like a
I'm
baby,
gonna
you
get
put
you.
your hands.
I'm gonna get you.
All right. So yeah, you scoop him up. And what are
Yeah.
you doing once you get him?
Yeah, so I'm gonna scoop him up, kind of do like grab him, like hug him, do a barrel, almost like a barrel roll, and then head right back towards the exit.
Okay.
If I can catch Malador and Merida, I'm gonna drop him off right with her.
Well, you already Merida and Malador are already in the tunnel. You mean Yorick and Vidar?
No. I'm gonna like drop him back off. I'm gonna drop him off with Merida.
Oh, okay,
And,
gotcha.
if I see Vidar or Yorick,
Well, after you grab Steve and you
Yeah.
kind of circle around to make sure that you don't go into a barrel roll or do any damage to yourself or others, after you circle around, you do clock Yorick and Vidar at the top of the stairs. In the entrance that they were ushered down to before.
all right.
You do clock them both, along with all of their other compatriots that are now running either scared or standing confused or whatever. And at the same time, as you're going over the crowd, now it's not just the explosion that led people to panicking, but it is also the fact that you have these very, like scary, skeletal, vampiric wings. And I mean, they're very impressive. Like Yorick, again, this is only the second time you've seen them, and with everything that you've seen during your digs and your excavations, and with this book, these wings are very, very impressive. And it's like as he's circling around, like, huh, where can I get wings? And as he's barreling toward you, what are you doing?
I'm freezing. I'm just like,
Okay, Garrison, are you picking him up as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna swing low and I'm gonna grab Yorick because he's frozen with fear, and then I'm gonna tell Vidar like grab on. And
Okay, I need
yeah,
another acrobatics or athletics because you're talking about adding a third person, and this one
Yeah.
will be at disadvantage, not regular roll, disadvantage,
yeah,
because you're talking about a third person now.
15.
Okay.
Like I don't even want to like. I'm not even gonna try and like go high. I'm just like grabbing them and have them grab me and like just try to like get faster to the exit, basically.
Hang on a sec.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here, guys.
Yeah.
Lego.
Okay. All right, let me see something here. I don't know. Parenting while I'm playing. It's beautiful.
Gotta love it.
Okay. So that was that's fine. So your roll plus the roll I just did, you scoop Yorick up in absolute fear. Malador, as you're lifting up off the ground, grabs onto both ankles of Yorick. But even with your strength and the momentum and your newfound flight, you're unable to lift all three of them up. So Yorick and Steven are both off the ground in your arms, but Vidar is literally being dragged across the ground. Like knees and below are still on the ground, just dragging across this sand as you make your way toward, but he does not let go. He's able to hold onto the ankles of Yorick Garrison, I need a strength check. Yorick, I need a strength check.
Oh no.
Strength save or like a
Check.
like a athletics check, like a strength check.
Nope, strength check. Just click on that strength 23. 13, okay. And Yorick,
I don't have advantage because I'm proficient.
you do not.
Okay.
3.
3. Okay. So, I would say about you think you're about to get to the entrance with all 3 of them, and then you start to feel Yorick slip out of your grasp a little bit, and then he just drops. It's like that
a
fingertip
tiger
thing.
just hops up and just grabs him.
No, it's like fingertip thing where you start here and it just slowly does this shit and you think you're gonna make it, and Garrison, you and Steven go right through the tunnel.
Mhm.
And end up just barely dodging Merida and Malador as you slip through the 2 of them and go further into the room than you did before, as you and Steven drop down and hit the ground a little bit. Not doing any kind of damage, but you do kind of like skid into the ground and then land on your feet and do that like
Crash
quick
landing.
Yeah, well, you do that like quick foot movement where you come to a stop really fast before any kind of damage happens. But behind you, Yorick had let go, and him and Vidar both into the tunnel. Which Yorick,
Hey, we're all here now.
Yorick, you take.
We're all together.
Hey.
Yorick, you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Woo!
Vidar does as well. Actually, you guys both rolled the exact same thing.
At least we're all
As
together.
you as you face plant and skid in that hallway. So Yorick, where your face stops skidding on this floor is right at the feet of Merida. So to give you guys perspective in this hallway, the hallway that you entered in to go to the Colosseum, right now it would be Vidar is the closest one to the Colosseum entrance, and then after him is Vidar, and you guys are both face planted down. Then it's Merida. Right behind her is Malador, and then right behind Malador in the room is Garrison and Steven. And then there's various strangers that are just flooding through the room trying to get by you, kind of tiptoeing around or not tiptoeing around, just running and tripping and falling. And there's a lot of chaos going through here. When you had brought Malador and Merida in here, there wasn't a whole lot. Now it's like a funnel of just chaos, just ripping their way through here. And still a whole lot of screams and panic going on the outside. None of you have seen Dartmantle, Ruinette, Xander, or Vlenrek. None of you have seen any of them. You watched Xander exit the box, and then the panic ensued, and then you haven't seen any of them since.
What did Antelon say after wait?
Hi.
Oh, I'm actually waiting for Jake to get back on that one.
Oh,
So let's take a quick break because I got to go to the bathroom anyway. So let's do 10 minutes. We'll see you back, all right? 10
Okay.
minutes and come back.
Out. Insert the song never ends here. Well, shit. Glad you got that out now.
Ah, come on, man.
Damn.
Man, I just stepped in fucking soda.
My friends need to be punished.
I just stepped in fucking soda. Awesome.
Oh, everyone's taking like a 10-minute.
Awesome.
Just so you know.
Bad
'Cause-
dice go into the shaky bag.
Did what's his face say what he was gonna say, or did we go to break?
I was waiting for you to come back.
Okay, cool, cool.
But
Well, I might be on the news tomorrow.
everyone is out of the arena now, and we're in that like tunnel hallway.
Awesome.
hmm
York and Vidar too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're
Alright, cool,
flat on
cool.
the edges, so a
You
lot
did
less
what?
breakable.
Our entry was a
So
little
I don't
rough.
know. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So I don't know if somebody had a DUI and got busted, or if somebody jacked a car, stole it, and dumped it. But there's a car that's almost completely totaled in the intersection right in front of my house with a
Oh.
bunch of sheriff's deputies and nobody in it.
It's like someone crashed in the ditch.
Sounds like it. Sounds like it. So it was either a
Definitely.
DUI or a stolen car.
Or both.
Probably both. In this town, probably
Or
both.
Kalos
Especially
Dose.
because I think it's a BMW and it's got decent rims and shit on it. It was probably stolen and fucked up.
Mm.
Because it doesn't. I live on a dirt road. Ain't nobody taking that kind of BMW down here. It's gonna be fucked up on its own.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I'm so done with Avon Park. It's always
I'm so
something.
excited to eat those crystals.
He's like, taste the rainbow.
Well, the last
somebody
time
has
I
to
ate
have the
those
song on that.
crystals, I exploded into a big ball of fire. So
You set everything and everyone on fire.
Somebody needs to have that Mario song on like standby, so when he eats it, we can start playing. Do, 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 do,
yeah,
do, do,
I
do.
agree.
That can easily be arranged.
Hold on.
You'll never know what I'm gonna do it. Probably as soon as I get into my very first fight.
You pulled a woman stuck in the sugar sand out. Believe she's high. She's alone. Vehicle's not running. Caller left the area. White female, possibly in her 30s. Was sitting with the vehicle, but it sounds, if that's what they told you, then it sounds like they got there. Nobody was with it, and they're towing it.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And the chick that lives in the house not far from here is known to have a drug problem. So
Love
Woohoo.
that.
Love that.
Is she white in her 30s?
we're just gonna phase past that.
Sounds
you know,
perfect to
I live
me.
here.
Is she white and in her 30s?
Well, that skips some steps.
I just rolled a 5
They
2 times in a row.
basically think that somebody was high and abandoned the car.
Hmm.
And because whoever called it in left the scene, left a girl high in the car. She's no longer there, and the car's just abandoned, sitting there broken.
Hmm.
So they're waiting to tow it. And I've known the person that lives
You're going in dice jail.
across the street. Well, there's nobody there. So who are they going to arrest? They're going to compound the car, but they can't arrest nobody. I guarantee you that was my fucking neighbor. She almost OD'd again. And she walked to her house instead of sitting there waiting for the cops. They're going to tear up the road trying to get this damn car out of here too, which we don't need any more of.
Good luck.
Found it.
All
It's-
right.
It's always something. I don't know what it is lately. I don't know. I'm gonna blame it on the full moon, whatever you want to blame it on. But lately, it's always something.
It's the aliens.
Oh, you missed it, Cameron. I have a car abandoned at the intersection of my road that was either a DUI that they totaled or a abandoned car, found out there was a girl that was left high in the car when they dumped it, and she's disappeared. Now they're just towing the car. When I tell you it's always something,
That's,
it's always
I mean,
something.
sounds like a normal Monday.
No.
Sounds
Not
like
for
a
this
normal
trip.
Monday.
No, where I
Typical
live-
Florida Monday.
Yeah, Florida man
How many
stuff. Yeah.
crocodile calls do you get a
They
week?
had the Florida Man Highland Games this past weekend.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
It was held in St. Pete.
That's not
yeah.
accurate. There's
So-
not real Florida men over there. Those are just beach bums.
Right.
Oh, they were holding them at
They're
the
beach
beach
bums.
for the Florida men to compete at.
So
Listen, I
for
babysit
the
Florida men.
for the break in the interim, once again, we are revealing the fact that 2025 MegaCon Orlando, Florida, failed attempt will be there.
Yeah.
Logan, if you wish to
I'm
go,
trying.
as
I
part
hope
of the,
so.
well, no. Again, there's no trying. I know you and I both work at the same spot, but we're doing this shit. So financially speaking, I will help anyone who needs it. February 6th through 9th, every member of Failed Attempt will be in Florida, in Orlando, for the MegaCon.
What?
Judge, you're
So-
going to Florida.
So
I'm
we've
not
got,
going to
we,
Florida.
we,
Oh, it's
yes, you
there.
are, sir. Listen, if I have to go to wherever you are and shackle you and drag your ass here myself, you're coming. If you're
Okay.
part of this group, you're coming. So February 6th through 9th, MegaCon in Orlando, Florida. Everyone is going. Again, if it's a financial issue, I will help. If it is a scheduling issue when it comes to like flight and hotel and all that crap, Jill is the person you want to
Babysitter.
talk to for hotels, babysitters. I know plenty of people. Look, my kids know how to babysit. Scary thought, but it works. We will figure it out. We have plenty of time.
You
So-
want to throw
Yeah,
two autistics in the same house?
Yes, I do. You want to know why? Because I am a master of disaster.
Yeah, you definitely are.
So let's do it. I'm gonna set cameras up. It'll be fine. It'll be a whole thing. But yes,
we'll make money off those videos. I can guarantee you that. 'Cause they're
exactly.
not
See,
gonna believe.
yes, one way or another,
For
we'll
y'all
be
who
just
don't
fine.
know, my 6-year-old is 4.5 foot tall and 100-something pounds at 6.
Yeah, at 6 years old, he is a big boy.
So
But yes, we will all be going to MegaCon as a group next year, and it's going to be epic. Another thing, just another shout out to Top Imprint, who is going to be developing our Campaign 1 dice. The email has been sent and the process has been started. So the only one we have to catch up on is Miss Logan. Once she is done making her character, I will get that one in as well. But for the 6 that are already here, you guys are already in development. So
Yeah.
I mean, it could be 6 months before we see them. I have no idea.
True.
But it's already there. So once they give me the quote of how much it's going to cost, I will pay that and the production will start. So because not all of the dice look the exact same, it's going to be 6 different molds, but that's fine. I don't care.
I'm excited
we're-
to see the Ghost Rider dice. The Ghost
Yeah,
Rider skull
again,
dice.
you
That'll be
wanted
fucking
crystal
sick.
clear with the burning skulls inside, and they
Yeah.
approved that. So they're going to do it. I know that they are resin dice.
That's
not all
awesome. That's
not-
great.
Yeah, not all dice are, but that's how they create theirs. Is,
I like
is
resin
with the resin
dice.
material. So it should be perfectly fine. I'm actually excited to see Jill's because she's got the sparkles and shit. That one's gonna be nice because hers is the plum purple with the silver engraving and the sparkles and shit. Those are gonna be nice. But yeah, so that is the halfway point. We're all back. So let's get back to playing. All right. So Garrison, you had asked what? Oh, Malador, just to fill you in because you had left.
Yeah, what did my dad say?
Garrison, after dropping you, I'll get to that. After dropping you and Merida off, he went back out and he grabbed Steven and
Right.
Yorick and Vidar and got
Right.
them both to the tunnel. And as he flew through with Steven, he blew right past you and Merida and did like the fast running and walking stop, barely catching them from hitting the ground. And right behind them comes in Yorick and Vidar, face planting the ground and digging and just sliding their way through to the point where Yorick's top of his head hit Merida's feet. So
In
the
Phil
order of
Tim
which,
fashion.
basically, the order of which was Vidar was closest to the entrance, and then it was Yorick, and they're both laying down. Then it was Merida, you, and then behind you was Garrison and Steven, just so you're aware of the order. So immediately after all of that occurs, you look up and you see at the entrance, probably at this point about 10 feet away from you, is your father, Antolon. Run. Run.
Why did you tell me to wait then?
I didn't. I wanted to make sure everyone was here. Run.
You
Then
did
let's-
say wait. I'm just saying.
I mean, but again, and another part that you missed is at this point, there is a whole lot of confusion going on. So when you first arrived in this tunnel and he told you to wait, there was no one else here. Now at this point, when he's saying like I didn't, run. Now when he's saying that, there is a whole clutter of people that have
Alright,
now
yep,
just
yep, go,
all of
go.
a sudden found this entrance and they're starting to push their way through. And he's just looking at you saying to run. And for the second time in your entire life, you see the tears starting to well up. There's only one other time you've ever seen your father cry, and that was when you rescued him from Derelictus, when you were alone with him in that dugout.
Hold on. Let me
This
see.
is only the second time you've ever seen it.
Oh, can I try to do my telekinetic shove to pull him to me?
Yeah, I'll allow it. Sure.
He can willingly fail it and be pulled to me, will it?
He's not going to willingly fail it.
Fuck. It's a strength save.
I know. What's the DC?
It says 13, but I feel like that's not right.
Your strength
It's a skill?
plus 8.
8, 9, 10, 11 plus your strength. Should be 16.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It says 13 in there. It's so weird.
Is it under actions? Where is it?
Yeah, it's under actions.
I'll have to fix that. I'll fix that. Because that doesn't make any sense.
No,
It should be
it
16.
surely does not.
Okay. That is a 21.
Fuck.
So as you're trying, and I mean, he feels the pull, but you see him, and this is the first time that Malador would, I mean, you would be confused. All of this chaos going around, he's telling you to run, and you reach out your hand and you try to pull him, and you see him, you see the pull on his person, and
Mhm.
both of his hands go out to the door frame, and he's physically resisting coming with you.
Fuck him.
And he pushes back.
He wants to be like that. Fine.
And Merida,
Let's
he
go.
looks right at you. Take care of him. Help him find his mother. He needs to find her. And he kind of takes a step back and grabs on to the door frame. Now, keep in mind, you guys watched a door explode outward and slide into the center of the Colosseum. And he grabs onto the door frame. And he looks from Merida in her silent thumbs up and looks once again to you, Malador. I can't believe how much you've grown. There's one thing I never told you. I'm proud of you. And he
I
shuts the
haven't
door.
done anything.
And he shuts the door. You guys hear just the slam of the door. Now, keep in mind, a door exploded outward, and yet he grabbed the door frame and slid a door out and shut it. And you guys hear a lock.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, time to
Yay,
leave
road
this fucking
trip.
realm.
I'm slowly back up, turn around, and bolt.
I think honestly we should stop at Taco Bell first. Not gonna lie.
Oh my!
Yeah, no, we're just getting the
That's
fuck out
the
of
other
Dodge.
direction.
Okay.
What district are we in right now?
Yeah, what
We're
district are we in?
underground. We're not in a district yet.
Yeah, but like when we come out from underground.
We're in the middle of that field with the giant tree.
Oh.
So again, not near a district yet. But yeah, so I mean, with that, Garrison should be like, "All right, let's go."
Yep. I'm gonna jump on Garrison's back. I don't wanna.
No.
You were
No,
flying,
we're not.
so.
No, I'm walking now.
Oh.
Yeah, we crash landed. Now we're in a cave. Like, where am I gonna fly?
Well, up the ladder.
Do you remember where the exit was? It was like a 6-foot tall tunnel. Like, I could barely fit myself.
Oh yeah, that is true.
You lazy fuckers.
I'm gonna get up.
So you're all going as a group, trying to exit?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you guys run through the original room where the tickets were handed out and the party had all come together. You go through the other door, down the tunnel where all of the wanted for the fight posters were. You go through the other door. You take a hard left down that tunnel where you had originally fought the mud monster. No mud or anything of any kind in here. And you're not the only ones running down this tunnel. There's now about 40 to 50 people crammed into this tunnel as you guys all funnel back. And now one by one, people are starting to go up the ladder. And I mean, I say one by one because it's only one at a time, but like tops of heads are in assholes trying to get up this ladder, just like pushing each other up the ladder more and more and more and more, trying to get up this fucking ladder as your group approaches. Yorick, you're about 10 steps from the ladder and you start to feel that familiar pull to your book.
Yes.
And it's not one of those like against your will kind of pulls. It's one of those you need to see or hear this kind of pulls. What do you
I
do?
see this?
I'm gonna
Do I see the
I'm gonna
glow?
listen.
There's no glow.
I'm gonna listen.
That's what I mean. It's not one of those physical resistance ones where it starts to pulse red. It's only for him.
Can I make a perception check? Do I see him look like he's gonna grab the book?
He hasn't said he's going to yet, so hang
No,
on.
no, but like,
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna give it a look.
So you're gonna stop running?
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of step to the side as much as I can.
Okay.
that is
As you
25%.
stop running and you step to the side and you look down, there's no pulse on this book, but you just for some reason you feel that mental pull. There is no red pulse. It's just the familiar, like a thread between your brain and the book. It's a similar yet different feeling. It's not the book going, you're gonna accept this whether you want to or not. It's kind of like a you need to pay attention.
Forceful focus.
Like, hey,
So
Garrison,
I-
yes, you can make a perception check to see if you
Yeah.
notice.
So I critted.
Jingle jingle.
I got a
Okay.
natural 20.
Yes, as you are running, even though you are stupid fast, you get to the ladder first.
Yeah.
You kind of grab onto the ladder and look behind to the rest of your team to see where they are, and you do immediately notice among the crowd Yorick step off to the side of the tunnel and look down.
Yeah, I'm gonna run up to him, and I'm gonna slap him in the face.
Okay.
Because I see him going for the book, and I'm just gonna be like, "No,
No!
listen."
And
Every single time, every time you go for that book, let's
Okay.
get the hell out of here
Go
first.
for it.
and as this happens, Garrison, you go up and you smack him across the face, and as you're saying this, you remember those thought bubbles
Yeah,
from Malador when you guys were outside the forest of the Cyclops field. He threw that card, and the weird messages started occurring.
Yes.
Yep.
As soon as you slap him, those same bubbles appear outside of his head directly from the book, and it's kind of like a video camera from the book. It just like 3 different screens basically appear, and what you see is the inside of the Colosseum.
Hey, Joe.
All and different perspectives. So 2 of them are revealing that there's no more members of the audience. Everyone has successfully made it out. The bottom one, so there's 2 on the top and there's 1 on the bottom. The bottom one is revealing Antolon. Directly in front of him is Xander, Dartmantle, Ruinette. And they are just standing, squaring off. The 3 of them are in a triangle, are not really like here. They're all standing in front of him. They're kind of in a triangular pattern, but they're all still in front of him. And then he is standing, just squaring off with the 3 of them. And the Xander that you know with the red sash, the Dartmantle that you never met in your timeline. You just heard the name. And then the Ruinette is the pretty fairy. And all the 3 of them are just standing in front of him. And that is what the magic bubble is trying to reveal. So obviously at this point the book is trying to show you something. The weirdest part is there's people funneling through this tunnel that are running right through these screens, not even noticing that they're there.
it's just for our eyes.
It's just for the weird part is from what you're able to gather, because you made physical contact with Yorick, you are now tuned in. Because Merida, you can't see him. Steven, you can't see him. Malador, you can't see him. It's just you 2. So as Merida and Malador and Steven are all climbing up the ladder to get out, and everyone else is running through, and there's like faces splitting through the screen, no one is stopping to be like, hey, what are those? No one is.
Yeah, we're the only ones that see it.
But like after you hit him and they pop out, you both
Yep.
notice them.
Yep.
That's
With it,
Is this
and
is this live?
I mean, right now they're literally just staring at each other. No one's saying anything, so you're not even sure if you can hear anything yet.
it. Certainly looks like it's real.
I mean, I'm gonna look and be like, that doesn't.
And I mean, Yorick, as you turn to face them, they don't move. It's not like they're attached to your head. As you turn, they don't move. And whatever perspective you're able to see them. It's not like they're only left to right. And if you're on this side, it's flat. Anywhere that you go around, you're able to see them.
Huh.
Until eventually you hear Xander speak. Huh.
Sounds like no time.
I had a feeling you'd be able to follow us here. Why did you come? And then you see Dartmantle and Ruinette. They just kind of both take a step back. And they're just watching very intensely. And Antolon, because I'm not going to let you do this again. You did it once. It destroyed our world. You will not do it again here. And you see that he is literally like, he's starting to breathe heavy. And as he talks more and more, it appears at first like he's out of breath, and then his breathing starts to get heavier and heavier and heavier. And Yorick, you see that his hand is down on his midsection, and there is red starting to appear, draining from the bottom of his hand and out of his knuckles from a very clear stomach wound. Xander, you're dying. You could die right here, or you can go home and die there. Sure, you interrupted one, but we'll just run a campaign about how you lied, and we've done this before. You're not going to win. Antolon kind of looks down with his eyes closed, and like, at first you see a look of defeat, and then that under the brow. I'm going to take you all to hell where you belong. And immediately you start to see a glow around him that starts off with just an outline on his body, and it starts to glow out. It starts to just expand and expand and expand out until it takes pretty much the entire lens of the camera. And you see him literally like turn to where he is eye to eye with you, Yorick, and you, Garrison. He turns. Run. Help him find his mom. Tell him I love him. This is for him. And you. Run. You have 5 seconds. And you see right next to his face, he pulls up what looks like a detonator. He lifts the lever, pushes a button, and there's one more that his thumb is above. Run! And the screen goes completely white. And then the bubbles disappear.
Yep. All right. So I'm gonna grab Yorick. I'm gonna throw him to the ladder.
So you were okay. So yeah, Yorick, you have no. I'm sorry. You've got a -1 and 8 on strength, and he has a 3. There is no roll. He grabs you and chucks you about 15 feet, and you just like kind of like spider crawl, land on the ladder.
Yep. I'm just gonna do that with everybody. I'm just gonna grab Merida.
Oh no! Everyone else is there. You
Oh,
two
no,
were the only
okay.
ones of the party left in the tunnel. Everyone else had already gone up.
Oh, okay, good. Yep. So I'm gonna grab Yorick. I'm gonna throw up to the ladder. Then I'm gonna grab up. How big is the channel?
Oh, remember, it's the single ladder. Only
Right.
one person at a time.
Okay.
Remember the ladder that you guys
Yeah.
crawled down to get here in the
Yep.
first place? And you
Yep.
all pop out through the trunk of that tree? You all successfully make it to the top, and as you get up, it's you and Yorick that pop up. I'm assuming the other party members waited, or did you guys all continue to go?
No, we definitely waited.
Okay. So Merida, Malador, Steven, you guys all waited to make sure they got out?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Everyone else who got out is all just scattered to the wind among the field. So Garrison, you and Yorick, when you guys pop out, you just see like silhouettes, and it is now nighttime as you come out. So you're seeing shadows and silhouettes of people that are disappearing on just out of eye distance, regardless of what your dark vision is. They're all out of your depth. And then the rest of your party is waiting.
I'm gonna while we're waiting, I'm gonna look over to Merida real quick. Hey, you like my crown?
This isn't the time for this.
It's a great time for it.
It's not.
Love it.
As I come up, I'm just like, everybody, go, 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 go!
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, and like Yorick comes up kind of like confused. Garrison comes up in a panic.
Like, everybody, go! Head
Go!
that way.
Okay.
That way.
So I need a group athletics check, please.
Oh,
Oh,
great.
no.
Okay.
Oh no.
Don't worry, guys. I'm gonna give us a high roll.
Okay, now just
Please.
keep in mind this is a group check.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, thank God. 16.
You gotta be shitting me.
Move your thing. I don't know.
24.
Okay. Don't reveal them all yet. Just like initiative, I'm gonna go around. Just everyone roll.
I rolled it.
Garrison,
14.
Malador,
24.
Merida,
9.
Steven,
16.
okay, Yorick,
4.
4. And I've got a roll for.
Vidar.
Okay, so Vidar. Okay, so 24.
Nice, Vidar.
All right. So that, I mean, listen, there were only 2 fails on that. It was a group. So,
Majority goes.
yeah, majority rules. The
Mhm.
average was high enough, so you all make it out of the way. As you guys make it back to the river that you had to cross to get here, I will say because of those low rolls, Merida and Yorick, you guys actually have difficulty getting over the river in the confusion and panic because Garrison has never actually told you guys in that manner to get the hell out of Dodge. Yorick, with what you saw, you don't know what's about to happen. So you guys both kind of like trip and fall, but eventually make it through the river. And as you get out to the center of the Rich District Street, the entire field, you feel the shudder underneath your feet,
Thank
and
you.
the entire field goes up in a massive explosion that
It is
takes
good.
the dirt and the grass and the dust and everything above it and just blows it straight up into the sky, 60, 70 feet into the air, just this massive dust cloud and fire explosion.
You need a lot of crystals.
It's
Do I have
Big-
my crystals?
yeah,
Okay.
you had all your stuff. You didn't
So he
trip on
didn't
your way
rob
out,
my
so
crystals.
you're good. But it's big enough to the point where it blankets the entire rich district of the city, not with fire, but with all of the dirt, the grass, the dust. All of the buildings, as well as you guys, are just buried.
Yeah, that's fine.
To the point where you have to dig yourselves out. But as you all dig yourselves out of this dirt, I mean, Merida, you were buried shoulder height, like as well as the rest of you. Some of you were down on the ground and got buried. Some of you were on your feet and got buried. Some of you were blown over because of the explosion. None of you took any damage, but you do have to unbury yourselves. You all come out of just this dust cloud. to reveal that some of the buildings in the Rich District were blown over. The inn is completely gone. The 2 buildings next to it are completely gone.
The pigeon
Some
coop place.
No, that one was across the street.
Thank God.
Oh, thank God.
The
Not the pigs.
the dirt that was pushed over because of the explosion and all of the debris goes right up to about the 2nd floor, so it almost buries the building. The pigeon sign is completely gone. The entrance is gone. The building's still there. But so you guys, as you unbury yourselves, are now at a higher elevation than you started at. But that is where you come out.
Can I try to call for Nelly?
Sure.
In Maldor's head, he's gonna speak out to Nelly and call for her. Nelly, come to me.
That's all you hear.
Interesting. Do I feel like the connection close by?
You feel a panic,
Yeah,
but nothing close by.
I'm gonna try to calm her down. Nelly, calm down. Explosion is fine.
Animal handling,
Yeah.
please. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Only a +1.
15.
Mine's
That was
higher
a good roll.
Okay.
So, Garrison, which one of us is gonna tell him?
Not now. Let's keep going. We gotta get to light, and we need to get the hell out of here.
Tell me what.
Here we go.
You don't even know we were talking about you.
I'm
Like,
standing
you just
right
said-
Yeah,
here.
they don't
but he
talk
just
as
said-
loud as you.
Yeah, and he's just like, "Oh, we're gonna tell him." Like, you don't even know if it's about you.
That is true.
I feel like
Doesn't matter. We gotta go.
Yeah, let's
Go.
Before
Everyone-
we leave,
I'm
I need to
gonna
go do something.
wait, I
Everybody-
need the horse.
No,
Did the
well,
horse-
fucking call her. She knows where to go.
let's walk and talk.
I need
Well,
to go
done.
get something real quick. I'll be right back.
Get what?
I'm gonna run to the pigeon building.
Okay. I mean, like the
Yes.
debris and the
Fuck
dirt
is
and
wrong with
sand
you
went
people?
right over the top of the doorway.
I'm gonna so it's covered.
Yeah, like the roof is still there. There's probably about 5 feet between the top of the debris and the roof. And then the door is underneath it.
Oh boy.
Like the building still stands, but it's buried.
Poor
Would-
old guy.
Guys,
Thunder
we
clap.
have to go.
Like an entire field was just exploded and brought to the city.
Like, it is time to get the fuck out of here.
Would thunderclap help clear the debris?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
gonna.
What are you doing?
I need to get
Aldor's gonna
something.
look for his horse.
I
What are you
I-
guys doing?
listen,
Did you not
listen.
just see this giant explosion?
listen. I think
Like-
I think he likes Lyle. All right, let's just relax.
Yeah,
I think Lyle is Steven's best buddy. Let's just relax.
I'm gonna cast thunderclap to try and clear the debris.
Please describe how
Lyle?
this happened.
I mean, he's like panicking. How do I get in here? And then he light bulb goes off in his head, and he claps his hands together.
Okay, so the way Thunderclap works is it originates from you.
Yep.
So where do you do it? Up here at your chest, down at the ground?
At the
Where
chest.
would you like to originate it? Okay, so you do it from here, and it bows out, and literally starts like it digs you underneath the ground, about halfway down where the door is. Now there's just this big hole, spherical hole. So you guys that are all around Steven once again get blanketed with dust debris and sand as he just hits this, and you hear the sound boom, and just Merida, Yorick, Vidar, Garrison, Mallard, all of you just once again get hit by a wave of sand as you watch Steven
Do that?
as you watch Steven bury a little bit underneath the ground, the new ground that has been put through here.
I'm not used to thunderclap being that powerful.
Is the door open now?
Yeah,
Can
it's
I?
Oh,
5 feet
you are
around.
only about halfway down.
So I gotta do that again to get to the door.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'll do it again.
I'll do
Listen,
it
Thunder.
again.
Listen, thunderclap can be as strong as I want it to be. All right. It's a thunderous sound that you can hear heard up to 100 feet away,
Mhm.
and it's a 5-foot area.
Yeah.
That's a
That's a
pretty
lot-
powerful
that's a
spell when you're
big
attacking
area.
sand.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're attacking sand, that's a pretty big area. So, as you guys are trying to figure out what the hell he just did and why you got blanketed by more sand, he does it again. I need con saves from everybody.
I hate
Oh,
my life.
It's worth it. Trust me, it's worth it.
I don't think it is. I really
I need
don't.
con saves from everybody because this is now 100-foot sound. You are about 10 feet away from Steven, and he did it again. I need to
have
make sure.
advantage in con.
I need to make sure you guys don't go deaf because of this.
22.
Okay, you're good.
17.
Okay,
17 as well.
okay.
12.
All right, you're good. You're
Okay,
good.
So everyone except for Merida takes no damage.
Nope, you're all good. It wasn't a really high DC.
Oh.
It would be more if you continued doing it.
Okay,
But you do bury yourself another 5 feet.
so I'm at the door now.
You're at the door now.
Okay, I'm gonna open the door and run in.
Okay. And there's Lyle behind the counter, just looking the way he usually does. His pointy elvish ears and his bald head and his spectacles that go to the tip of his nose, and just writing on a piece of parchment with all the loud ass birds around him. And the same thing, you walk in and it's you're still trying to figure out how you don't hear these animals outside the building, because they are just crazy inside these cages, from owls to pigeons to birds to just parrots. Everything you can imagine is in here. And he's just writing, well, hello. You're my most frequent customer at this point. I'm starting to think I'm doing something right. And he rolls something up, gives it to a bird, and you see the bird start to flap and immediately take like a very sharp way up because of the hole that you dug, and it hits the top of the hole and rolls back down. What is going on
Okay.
out there? Can you pick that up? These birds are so incompetent. And he opens up another cage. Just literally, like you're getting the point. He doesn't understand what the hell is going on.
Lyle, there's a bomb has gone off. Everything
a
is
bomb.
Yes, a bomb at the Coliseum. Everything is bad. There's gonna be a big war and probably like some sort of mass extinction. We got to get you out of here.
That all sounds very bad for business.
Pigeon man.
And very, very, very bad for my birds.
I'll take you
What do I-
somewhere safe where business will be great.
Somewhere safe. What? How are we going to get all of my birds out of here?
I'll-
I worked very hard to collect all of these. Can
I'll
you
help you
grab
collect
that,
new
please?
birds.
I'm trying
Yes,
to send out that
I'll-
mail.
Grab the bird.
I'm gonna.
I don't care. I don't care about the bird. I want the letter. Can you grab that for me? That
I'll
bird is
grab the
useless. Can you
letter.
grab?
I guess I'll,
Thank you. And he attaches it to another bird foot, sends another one out that makes the arc and flies out. The rest of you that are waiting to see what Steven is doing and where he went, watch a bird shoot out with a rolled up scroll tied to its foot, as you've seen before. Just flutters
I'm not
off
gonna
into
wait
the air.
anymore. I'm gonna run in there. I'm gonna dash in. I'm gonna grab Steven and I'm gonna fly out.
Wait. We gotta get him too.
Nope.
Yeah, you still have your wings deployed. That's right. So
I'm
I don't
going-
even have to have you roll. So Steven, right from behind you, you feel the grip. You feel someone gripping you right at about chest level.
Oh no.
2 arms
No,
just
no,
going
no,
right
no, no,
behind
no,
you.
no, no.
No,
Lyle,
no,
quickly, grab
no.
me, grab me, Lyle.
Right. So Steven, give me a dex check, please.
Oh, that's a nat 20. Let's go.
Okay. Well, then I don't have to have you re-roll. That's great. Nat 20. All right. So, Garrison, you went in there with the intention of getting Steven. You grapple onto him. And as you're pushing out, Steven reaches out and grabs onto Lyle. And, all right. So, as he flies out, you guys are expecting one person. And attached to Steven at the hand and at the wrist is a bald, gnomish-looking
I've
fellow
met
with
Ryle,
with
or whatever,
Lyle with spectacles at the base of the nose, bald, tall for a gnome, about 5 foot for a gnome, and Yorick, you're immediately able to notice the elvish features. But it's just the ear tips. Everything else looks very gnomish. And he shoots up out of the ground, attached at the wrist with Steve.
I believe you kidnapped this person.
I've always wanted to fly. My birds aren't strong enough. This is great. As he's just kind of swaying, waiting to either be let down or Garrison. Where are you going? What are you doing?
And you're my
Can't hear
teammate.
you. Can't hear you, bud.
The silence is torture.
The silence is torture. What are you doing? Where are you going?
During all of this
Hello?
time, was I able to find Nelly?
Okay,
Hello?
we can hear you.
Hello? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, no, heading to light. Like,
You're heading to light. All right. So Garrison shoots up out of the hole, and you see an additional person attached to the group by Steven's arm, and he's just flying away toward, like in the eastern direction, which you guys both know, or everyone knows that that's the direction of light, and of course Taco Bell. But you guys are both going. At the same time, I'm all for the night. Okay.
Crap.
All right. At the same time, Malador, as you see them shoot up and go, you hear Nelly in your head. Too much sand. Too much sand. Water, 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 water.
Can I try to roll animal handling again? I need her to fucking come on.
You can. Give me a sec, guys.
That's a
Uh-oh.
ooh, that's a 18 this time. So hopefully.
yeah, guys, let's get the fuck out of here.
I'm just trying to get the horse in. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
I got what I
that was
needed.
an easy task. Not fucking blowing a hole in the side of a building.
Worth it.
Yeah, by the way, Malador, your dad's dead.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I say that as I'm flying by you with Steven and the other guy.
Oh.
By the way, Malador, your dad's dead. Talk to yours.
Nah, that's a whole other conversation.
Being hysterical. And your dad's dead.
Your dad's dead. Talk to Yorick.
Your dad's dead. Okay, bye.
Your dad's dead. Kill York.
Probably.
Talk to Yorick.
That's what Malador heard. Kill York. Eat
Why
the
is it
Mario crystal and explode the entire world.
because it is.
What if I make you eat the Mario crystal?
I'm not eating the Mario crystal. You can't make me.
Why not? You have 2 of them.
You're right. I have 2 of them. Doesn't mean I'm
Well,
gonna
technically,
eat
you
either
don't
of
have
them.
any of them because I have the whole bag right now.
Out there. I'm gonna make sure I get my share.
Eventually. I definitely want all of the orange ones.
No, you get none of the orange ones.
But those are the best flavors.
What did
They
you
are
roll
the
for your
best.
animal handling?
18.
18? Yes,
Okay.
18.
What do you say?
Elliot, come to me. Everything is gonna be fine. We'll get you water, food. We need to leave. Fast.
I already have water and oats. Water and oats. Too much sand. Water, 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 water.
Oh, right. She's at the stable. Right?
Mhm.
I'm gonna quickly run to the stable. Because isn't that close by?
So what you remember is you put her at the stable that was right outside the inn, which is now buried.
Right.
She is telling you too much sand. I already have water and oats, which means she was either moved or went on her own. So she's
Got
not
it.
buried, but she's no longer in the rich district.
God damn it.
Garrison's gone.
Yeah.
Yorick and Merida, what are you two doing? Like, Vidar saw Garrison come out the hole with Steven and Lyle attached and was like, fuck it, and just started going on his own.
Yeah.
With Darling circling the spiral patterns in the sky, he already left.
I'm gonna stick with Vidar and
Yep. Same.
Okay. All right. So you guys all begin to make your way out of the rich district that is now pretty much completely destroyed. You get over to the mid district that is now way more panicked than you are used to seeing. There are just crossroads of people going in and out. Garrison, you would be the only one that wouldn't worry because you'd be flying above everybody, but the rest of you, as you're trying to make your way through,
If anything, it'd probably cause more panic because people are just seeing these ethereal wings flying above them after an
pretty
explosion.
much. So I need dex checks from everybody. As Malador, Steven, no, but Malador, Yorick, and Merida, and of course Vidar, as you guys try to make your way through this crowd,
Do I
it would
get
just
advantage?
it would just be dex checks. No.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. I'm
Because
very sure.
on Dex.
It's not an effect.
Okay.
It's not an effect.
So
it's
dumb.
just crowd.
I wish we could change that. That's so dumb. It should be the other way around.
It's just a crowd.
15.
Okay. All right. And Yorick,
a nat 20 for 21.
damn, if you were ever going to get a nat 20. Merida?
That's the same right here for a nat 20.
Hell yeah.
Ha,
Back to
ha.
frickin' back. Look at you.
I have
So,
good
all right.
Whoopsies.
Okay, so you all with the mission of getting to light, which you all know is in the poor district at this point, after several hours under the stars and the partial moonlight, through all of the panic that has ensued from the explosion and everyone trying to flee at the same time, a lot of people heading toward the docks to board a ship that may or may not be there. A lot of people heading into the mid and the poor district to either hide or try and escape. You all eventually make it to light. At this point, it's about 1 o'clock in the morning. I would say you arrive. Garrison, Steven, Lyle, all of you arrive outside the building of Light. It is shut down and closed with its sign on the door.
Don't care.
And probably about 10 minutes after you, Vidar finally catches up to the group. Sorry, guys. What the fuck? As he had a very difficult time. He rolled an 8. So he had a very difficult time getting through the crowd, as the rest of you were very, very like easy and stealthy. And like Yorick, that was the smoothest you've ever been going through a crowd. If there was ever a moment that you had to roll that high, it was right there. You have never been that like cat-like graceful in your life. Your bad luck went to Vidar this time. But eventually the entire group, including Nelly, including Darling, and
Nelly?
everybody who's included. Yep, Nelly is there.
Okay, great, awesome.
Including Nelly, including Darling, everyone is there. Lyle is there. Steven, he is there. As you guys touch down, you are all now outside the building of Light. That is dark and closed down. What are you doing?
I look to Steven, and I'm like, he can't come with us.
Yes, he can.
No.
What is
No,
stopping
no.
him?
Maladar's just gonna start laughing.
Look what happened because we came here. And now you
Okay.
want to bring someone
Yeah.
from here
What?
to our world.
Yeah,
And you
we
think that there's
ruined
not
his
going to be
world.
any repercussions because of that?
We ruined his world. Why can't we bring him into ours? What's the worst he gonna do? Set up a little pigeon shop and deliver mail? Like
Listen,
that's a good thing.
no.
Gonna cause.
He can't.
He's
What about the version of him that's over there? We don't
there
know
is-
what's going to happen. He
Have
can't
we
come with us.
seen a version of him over there? Have we seen versions of us in here?
Yes.
Wait, what? We have?
Yes.
We
Were you not here that session?
No.
You might not
Vidar,
remember.
pull out the poster.
Yep, Vidar actually like, yeah, he pulls out the poster that he kept and he opens it up and it reveals a version of each of you, different from what you are now. Like Vidar is not a blue tiefling, he's a red one. Merida is not a red panda, she's the black and white panda, like the dude from the ship that she fell in love with. Yorick is the same kind of look, but he doesn't have the robe on. He's got like ranger gear on, 2 black
I'm
straps
human.
that go across with like studded leather. So yeah, you see just portraits of all of you, but different. But yeah, that's this right here.
Well,
Like,
When-
even
when-
Darling's different in this world. My other guy, she's a pigeon. Which is bullshit. He kind of rolls it up and puts it back into his robe. I'm keeping that.
when we came into this world, we replaced ourselves because we haven't
No.
seen those guys
No.
running around.
Yes.
No,
we
we
did.
saw Vidar.
Yeah,
we
no,
saw
you
the
actually
other,
did. No,
we saw
You
the
haven't
dwarf.
been you haven't been here to play, but yeah, they ran into the other Yorick.
Oh,
Vidar and Yorick saw the other Vidar.
Star.
well, did like the universe implode when we saw the other Vidar? No, so why can't we bring this guy with us?
Listen. No.
Listen,
It sounds
I
nice.
don't
Garrison.
care. I'm doing something cool.
please, this
I'm,
man
I'm-
means everything to me. I have never been
What?
like I have this. No other person has brought me like joy and laughter like him. Not in the gay way, like yippee funny old man.
Gateway. You know, if you have to say it, I'm sorry, but if you have to say it,
Can I roll
So,
persuasion?
Steven, come here. And
Yes.
I'm gonna grab him by the shoulder. I'm gonna like walk him to Light. And when I do this, I'm gonna shove him towards Light. So you want me to do like a strength check?
that'd be contested. But yeah, strength versus
Oh,
strength,
boy.
checks
So-
versus checks.
18.
Yeah,
Contested athletics.
No, just strength.
Strength. All right. Well, I have advantage. I mean, the first one's a 22. So I'm
Okay,
not
yeah,
even
That
that.
immediately, yeah.
So
describe
yeah.
what you do.
So I'm gonna bring him over, and then I'm just gonna shove him towards the door, and then I'm gonna run back and grab Lyle and fly off with him.
No.
Okay. The door does not budge.
Yeah.
So as
the
he
intent
as he
was not to
shoves you
open the door.
as he shoves you into the door, you end up kind of like awkwardly, forcefully walking up the 3 steps and hit the door,
Okay.
not taking any damage. You put your hands out, and as you turn, he is now shooting off into the sky with Lyle.
King is just gonna collapse.
I'm going to.
I will remember you.
Well, there's another.
I'm
story.
flying again. This is very lovely. You know, I don't really care where I am as long as I have my bird. Can you just bring me back to my store? I don't know why he wanted me to go with him. I mean, it was a lovely
Yeah,
gesture, but
I don't either. Yeah, no, I bring him back to his store, and then I'm gonna
Okay.
dash back up to
like you. Okay, so just you do understand that as quick as you are, it's gonna be still an hour there and an hour back. You do get that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so then no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go like maybe a half mile up.
And just
And-
drop him.
and
What
just
a
dro-
dick!
Well, not like
What an
drop him.
asshole!
He lives here. He knows how to get back to his shop. Like,
You're still you fucking.
Where
Listen,
do you touch down
Tell
and
me
leave
what's
him?
Wrong about this.
I'm just gonna touch down on a rooftop and just leave him there. Like he can find his own way. Like, listen, I don't know if you guys have realized this, but there was just a giant explosion. Like,
Okay.
and
Hey, no, hey,
time sensitive. Like,
don't try to justify anything. They're not here.
yeah.
What
but
are
I'm
you
just
doing
like,
with Lyle?
Yep. No, I'm bringing him to a rooftop. I'm dropping him down. Like, okay, see ya. And then I'm just gonna bolt.
Bye.
And
Oh, I guess I'll go home then.
and then so as I'm coming
That's
into light, I'm going to fly down and smash through that door.
Give me a strength check.
Here we go.
I just want to barrel right into it. Please give me something. Wow, really?
Okay, so after this epic distraction, as he pushes Steven into the door and grabs Lyle and flies him up into the air, and within minutes, you guys barely have time to talk about what had just happened and like how are we gonna get into this building and why did Garrison fly off with him. And at that moment, you see him coming back down, and he kind of like squeezes the wings in together to make himself into like a torpedo, and just barrels into the door and falls down. As the door bows inward a little bit, and you hear a,
Wow, that's a
Wiley.
really
and then
strong
he
door.
falls down onto the steps that Steve is currently stood on, and the door did not break in.
Sorry,
Malthor's
guys.
gonna
Still haven't
yeah.
figured out the brakes for these.
He just literally down onto the steps.
Used about windows sometimes. I wasn't aware that vampires did too.
But yes, Lyle is no longer with the party.
Yeah. All right, and then
Malthor's
so-
gonna try to kick open the door now.
Malador, use an orange crystal. Just huck it at the door.
I was gonna do that. Yeah, let's do that.
Why?
I'm gonna
I-
back up.
Garrison, you will take 7 points of bludgeoning damage
No. Oh yeah.
for that little nosedive into a solid wood door.
I throw an orange crystal at the side of the building.
Why? Why would you want to burst the building that we have to go into flames?
Wait, what are the
Okay.
colors? Wait. What are the colors?
Orange, blue, green, red, white, clear.
No.
Red. I'm
Just-
gonna do a red one.
No.
Okay. 'Cause
Why?
the orange ones you you, the orange
I know
ones
that one's
you were
fire.
fire.
Aren't you part? Don't you have a level in rogue? Can't you just pick the lock?
Bomb.
Wow.
He already said he threw it. So which
Yeah.
color are you throwing?
The red one.
Red one. Okay.
I'm
So
getting
Steven and
far
Garrison,
away.
while you guys are on the staircase right outside the door, Malador opens up the bag, pulls out a red one, and throws it at the building. And as it hits the door, it shatters. And roughly about 10 gallons of thick, viscous blood,
Oh, great.
like a water fountain, just pours off the door and just smothers the front side of the building. It sprays up to the roof like a geyser, and it gets relatively the entire party halfway out into the street. 10 gallons worth. Garrison, I need a con save from you.
It's like
It's like heaven.
It's like heaven. I need a con save.
19. It's
Okay.
like he has like 3 wilted leaves of cabbage for a brain. Like that is what it's in his head.
So,
There's just 3
so
wilted leaves
as
of
this-
cabbage.
so as this blood is showering down on Garrison, he is it's
Got it.
sorry. I'm sorry to say this, Jill, but for Garrison, it's like coming. It's just it is the best moment of his life at this point in time.
Oh.
Because he doesn't know where the blood is coming from, but it smells great, it tastes great, and it's not anything he had to hunt for.
Got it. So give those to Garrett.
He's just like he's like starting to rip off his own clothes until he realizes where he is, and then he just never mind, and just you're just like rubbing your chest down and your face down until
I
it
was like,
stops.
Bro.
Yep.
Okay.
I wonder what
let's-
green does. Green.
No.
Okay, you throw green. He takes out a green and throws it at the door. Okay. As it hits the door,
Hot or what?
as it hits the door, it shatters, and these thick, very healthy, fast-growing vines start
what
to
I wanted.
sprout out in every direction, up, down, left, right, angled everywhere from this central location, and they start to shoot around the building, making the corners as they go until within about 10 seconds, the entire building, it just looks like it's in this nest of thick, woven vines that are
Orange. No,
roughly
I'm kidding.
about that big
No.
around, like Jumanji, if you've ever seen the original, where they're inside the house and they literally bring the jungle into the building with them, and it starts to split the foundation. That's what goes around this house, but it doesn't split it. It surrounds it in this giant cocoon of branches.
All right, I'm gonna walk up to Malador. I'm gonna rip the bag from his hands.
You go and try.
That is contested dex checks.
Garrison
Is it?
finally
I think it's athletics. No, strength. He's got to resist the strength.
Dex.
All right, so acrobatics or
Nope, dex.
It's
Just
about
Dex.
fucking time, bro.
all right. That's a nat 20.
I also got a nat 20.
That's
So
super
that would be
convenient.
that would mean you guys are at a stalemate. So Garrison, you go to grab the bag, and neither of you are able to move it.
So
hold on,
if-
hold on a second, please, and thank you.
Calm down.
Before you guys go and start, biting each other. Garrison, you go to grab the bag. Somehow Garrison is able to contest it, and the bag goes.
Of course.
Mhm.
And Steven was not able to collect his yet. So that means 98 gems go and scattered in various locations. He's only used 2, and he did not give Steven his share of 50. So that means 98 gems go.
Steven's gonna
Yorick.
start.
Cool. We don't have
Yeah.
time for this shit.
Good.
I'm picking it up.
Yorick.
It's fucking dumb.
Yorick, with your passive perception, you notice several of them starting to go toward hard surfaces.
It's hard.
So at this point in time,
Duck and cover.
each of you have 1 reaction
See, look what
before
you've
I-
done,
but-
Garrison.
before I tell you what happens next.
Garrison, I need uppies now.
I need uppies now.
Look what you've done, Garrison.
That makes 2 of us.
Not all of them, but he notices several of them. And with Yorick's passive perception, he did see as he threw them at the building, they hit the hard surface of a door, broke, and activated. Several of them are leading toward hard surfaces. So are they going to break or not break? Everyone gets 1 reaction before I tell you what happens.
Can I use my telekinetic shove on them?
You can
What would
use
that do?
telekinetic shove on 1 person.
No, I can use it. It's technically used. Hold on. What is it? I think it gave me. Hold on. Fuck. I went back.
Where is that in features and traits?
And spells. I have Mage Hand. Could I like swipe it multiple with Mage Hand?
No. Mage Hand is a spectral hand. It's not. It'll go through solid objects.
No,
Um,
it can hold objects.
Yeah, it
Up
can.
to,
hold
up
on.
to 10 pounds. What are you trying to swipe?
At multiple of the falling crystals that are gonna hit objects.
You know what? I'll allow it, but give me a give me a perception check. A normal roll, not advantage. Give me a normal roll.
Hold on. 15. With bonuses or no?
Yes,
Just straight. 15.
plus
19.
4 should be 19. Okay. Let me see. Okay. So yes, with Malador's very quick thinking of casting Mage Hand and swiping it in a 180-degree turn,
Let's go!
he is able to collect all 6 different gems that were ready to make contact with solid surfaces
That's good. That's good.
and
They aren't
bring
gonna go
them
off.
back to himself.
I'm gonna dump them in my bag.
The bag is no longer there.
Well, I
Oh
have
no,
other
your
bags on
bag.
me.
Yes. Dumps them into his bag. There were 6. He was able to collect all of them. But
Oh, Mage Hand for
that's-
the win!
that still leaves 92 that are scattered throughout the area.
That's fine. I'm gonna pick them
Okay,
all up.
minefield.
No,
Go.
we're
played
we're
Minesweeper.
we're
I'm
Guys,
sitting
guys,
right here picking every single crystal
Listen.
up. It's your fault.
Malador, we need to get the fuck out of here.
We're gonna leave in
Well,
like 5
open the
seconds.
door.
Listen.
You
Yes,
open the
let's get
door,
through this
I'll pick
door.
up crystals.
I'll help. Pick up crystals.
I'm gonna put my bag right there in the
All right,
middle.
I'm
so we can
going
pick up
through
crystals.
this door, and I'm not coming back.
Right. We'll meet you.
I'm not taking any kind of steps because I know for a fact I'm going to step on one.
Minefield.
I'm gonna go back to that
He
door.
can
and
float,
I'm
so he
gonna
can go.
smash it open.
Well, Garrison can float and he can fly, and you guys are starting to pick up the ones that are near you, just basically like spinning around in circles, making yourselves a little bit dizzy. But you pick up a row, then you pick up another row, then you pick up another row. Merida and Yorick, If you guys decide to walk, it's going to be dex saves to make sure you don't step on any, because
Yeah,
you are
don't walk,
literally
don't walk.
surrounded. You are literally surrounded by fucking minefield buttons. They're everywhere.
Do not walk.
So you
No.
guys both stay still. Okay.
Hang
So
on.
it is literally several minutes. In the interim, Garrison,
Yep.
I'm already-
go ahead.
We're all putting them
Oh.
into my backpack.
I'm doing that's a 24.
Okay. So how just and I mean it's kind of like a fight, but how are you breaking through the door?
I'm
Shoulder,
just
what?
walking up to it and I'm just kicking it in.
Okay. So Garrison, in his like just fit of frustration and fuck these people, just walks up and just FBI kicks. Just, we have a warrant. It just bashes the door in, and it doesn't just go in. It literally it symbolizes what Antolon did with the door in the Colosseum. It doesn't come off. It doesn't go inward and then off its hinges. It just blows inside. It breaks in half, and the two halves scatter in different directions inside the bar. And I mean, it's closed and it's dark. There's no one in here.
And then
But you successfully kicked through the door. You just broke it in half and it's gone.
I'm
You
gonna
just this piece goes to the right into the far corner of the bar, breaks several of the cups that are on the bar waiting for the next morning. This one goes off to the right and hits the storage door that you know is off in that corner, takes a couple of the tables with it.
I'm gonna turn. I'm gonna fly out. I'm gonna grab one at a time. Merida, Yorick, Vidar, anybody who's not fucking picking up rocks.
Okay.
And just flying them in and be like, guys, we need to go now.
I'm not leaving until I get all the crystals.
Give me one
Listen.
second.
Not contesting.
I'm not contesting.
I'm content with getting my 50 crystals and then leaving.
Okay, so you pick up. Oh, hold on, because I got to do something here. So you pick up Merida.
Yep.
Nelly steps on a crystal.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh.
You pick up Yorick. Nelly steps on a crystal.
Well,
You pick up Vidar. She misses a crystal. So, give me a second.
Oh, no.
Should have picked up Nelly first.
Should have just fucking left it all alone.
You should have never broken my bag of crystals. What the fuck are you thinking?
You just covered the
Ah.
building we needed to go into in vines, and you were going
We
to
can
throw
still get in!
No. You know what? Never mind. You're good.
Are we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're good.
Uh,
So, I mean, you guys don't take any damage, but what ends up happening is Nelly steps on a blue crystal, and as you pick up Merida, you guys are just like flooded with a sudden tidal wave of just this immense
water,
pressure and water,
Okay.
and shot up into the air, roughly about 100 feet up higher than you wanted to be. And because you have your wings and water doesn't really affect them, you slowly start to drift back down, just soaked and dripping. Then
But
you
would the
pick up
water have
Yorick.
washed away all the other rocks.
Then you pick up Yorick, and she steps on a clear one. Lightning and static start to shoot through
Oh,
the
great.
ground. I
This
need
is your fault.
everybody, including you, Garrison, everybody, to give me a dex save, please.
I would just like to let you know, Garrison, this is your fault this time. This wasn't my fault.
Is it though? I
Yeah.
think it's your fault.
No, it was
Everybody
definitely your
make
fault
dex
this
saves, please. We can worry about whose fault it is later.
I thought
time.
Garrett
15.
picked me up.
Yes,
He
I would
did,
have
but
already.
You're wet.
Yeah, but she's in the building away from the water. Because
No.
I
Remember,
went back for.
remember. I
Yorick.
told you picked up Merida. She stepped on one. You picked
Yep.
up Yorick. She stepped on another. Actually, no,
Right.
Merida, you're fine. That's right.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You are
saying.
good.
Yeah.
It's when he went back out for Yorick. So
Yeah.
everyone but Merida,
Okay.
give me a dex save. You are good. Thank you.
So
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
have no
Thank you.
crystals. Got it.
I didn't tell you don't have any crystals. I
How
told
many
you you need a
crystals
dex.
do I have left?
I'll tell you that in a minute. I'm gonna tell you how many you guys were able to pick up after this debacle. Merida, you would be inside the bar, soaking wet from head to toe. Once again, flat haired and as you shake it out, fluffy and matted. But you didn't go out to the electrifying damage.
I mean, the electricity in the water isn't gonna activate more crystals.
Are you sure?
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm
I'd
sure.
hope not.
Uh,
I guess
What do
we'll
we have
find
for-
out.
Garrison, what's your dex save?
24. It was a crit.
Malador,
20.
15.
Steven,
22.
Yorick.
5.
You know, sometimes I really love your shit rolls. Madara got a 15.
One does.
Okay, so Yorick will be the only one that takes full damage.
Oh god.
Would any of you like to roll it?
I want to roll it.
Merida had her hands up first.
All right.
Merida,
Yes, sir.
give me a custom roll of 6d8.
Oh,
Sweet.
Christ.
we'll be all right.
I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in it.
I'll be all right.
Ain't
I got
got
6
gas in it.
health.
Please and thank you. A custom roll of 6d8.
I don't have enough D.
I can roll them 3
Or-
times.
Time for you to make
Even if it was all 8s, I would be fine. No
Okay,
way we
I can
get
roll
6, 8.
5 and then one more.
Mm-hmm. Is anyone resistant to lightning?
No.
I wish.
Okay.
No. I don't
You
know.
know,
Maybe
I
the
love
crown
this group.
makes me non-resistant to lightning.
You know, I love this group so much.
This is your fault, Garrison.
Ouch.
Nope. Nope. It's
Definitely
definitely
is.
yours.
It definitely is your fault this time, Garrison. There's no debate
Should
here.
have just kicked in the door.
We just had to. We just had to rip the bag. We just had to rip the bag.
Yeah. Yep. Just happened to both roll natural 20s.
That's not a D8.
Hold on. That's this one.
Why is it the most damage you guys do is to each other? And who has the static on their mic?
It's always
Probably me.
always Malada.
Hold on.
No, it's yours.
It's Judd.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't know how to fix it.
Got you. So much.
What you got? 28?
Yeah.
That's nothing.
All right, so Yorick will take the full brunt of the 28. Everyone else takes 14.
That's nothing.
Is it still staticky?
No.
Okay, good.
I need more time.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yorick takes the full 28. Everyone else takes 14 as just the smoke bellowing off of each of you. Garrison, including you, even though you're in the air, you grab onto Yorick and just the smoke bellows off of all of you as if you just came out of a sauna. Just the little trails of smoke. And then everything's fine. The lightning did not activate any of the others.
Let's go!
Cool.
Thank God! Thank God! Thank God! I can pick up the rest now.
Okay.
However,
You can stay here and pick up the rest, but we're going.
however,
through the doors.
the water prior washed away about 30%.
Fucking course.
Please tell me at least one rainbow is still there.
Make a perception check.
Got advantage on that, thank God. Okay,
So do
7.
You rolled what?
7.
A 7 on advantage?
Yep.
Damn.
I rolled a 10.
You don't seem to see any rainbows.
That's such a shame. All
What
right,
about
guys,
the ones
let's
that's
go.
already in my bag? I already picked some up.
You picked, yeah, you've picked up several. You don't see any rainbows.
Oh no.
I'm so
But-
angry right now.
But by the time all of this is over, you guys are able to retrieve 68 out of the 100. You used, oh no, it'd be 67. Math.
Math.
Sucks.
60. God damn it,
66.
66. You used
All right.
2, 1 water, 1 lightning, 66.
While Tweedledee and Tweedledum are picking up the rocks, I'm going to
I'm actually angry.
smash open the door behind the bar, or
Okay.
at least try to open it. If it just opens willingly.
Okay. So is your first thing to try and turn the doorknob?
Yes. Yeah.
So you go to reach for this doorknob, and even though it looks like it's solid, your hand kind of goes right through it to touch. So the doorknob would be here. You'd go to reach for the doorknob, and your hand would go through it and grab the smaller part that actually attaches to the door. Oddly enough, though, even though your fingers are pressed against the door and you're only touching the little sliver of the doorknob, it feels real.
Yep.
But it doesn't feel real unless your fingers are touching the door. So like the back half of your hand, you can feel the doorknob. But if you're just doing this, it doesn't feel real.
Right.
Contacting the door, it feels real. It's a little detail. But as you turn it, and as you're going to push it open, the word on the door in deep speech that says exit, every inch that you push that door open, a silver line that's glowing starts to fill each word in deep speech until the door is completely open and the whole word of exit in deep speech is lit up and glowing. It just slowly starts to fill it. Yorick, you would recognize this from the symbol underneath. Actually, Merida, you would too. From the symbol underneath the Royal Guard Palace, from every time a hand was pressed against the symbol, a part of it would fill up and glow.
Yep.
Same thing as he's pushing it open, it slowly starts to fill up with this silver lining and glow and glow and glow until the whole word is glowing and the door is completely open. And as the three of you are kind of gathered there and you're looking in, you look behind you and there's the bar from this timeline. And you're looking in and there's the back of the bar from the timeline that you came from. With standing behind it isn't the turtle that was here, that was Garrison, that was barely paying attention to anything you were doing, but behind it is now what looks like just a slender figure, long black hair down to the shoulders, not put up or anything, but long black hair down to the shoulders, has like little bits of gray showing through in strands, on purpose or otherwise. About 5'5", just cleaning glasses. Same thing the turtle was doing before, only not breaking them. And further beyond the bar, at each table, is just various different patrons that are, playing dice or playing dominoes or just drinking.
That's weird.
Little ambiance of music.
Because
That is
before,
weird because before there were skeleton men and people.
yeah, and what's his name's weapons were there.
Maybe the magic barriers back up.
The electrified. What did he
Yeah,
have?
the gun, the stun gun thing.
The stun batons. That's
Yeah,
what it
that was turned
there
into
at
like a C4.
Oh yeah, it looked like a bomb went off there.
Yeah.
But that is what the three of you see.
All right. Well, let's go. That's what
Take
I'll say, and
34 crystals.
So at
I'll
this
motion
point in
for everybody to
time,
go through.
will it be 33 for each of you
34.
if you're splitting it down the
You
middle?
said there were 68. 34.
66.
66.
66.
66.
33 for each of us, and I get the majority of the rainbows.
Four,
if there are
four
any.
were used. But at this
You
point,
get the
when-
majority.
Because we did
after
rollies.
after Garrison opens the door and you guys revel in the actual possibility of going home, Malador and Steven, you guys finish, divide it up evenly, walk in to see the same thing as you watch Garrison, Vidar, Merida, and Yorick walking through the entrance. Do you two follow?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And slowly behind you two, Darling flies her way through, and Nellie, not realizing how much trouble she caused, jaunts her way through the entrance.
Let's go.
Okay. Are we leaving Vidar?
No, he
but
went
I
through.
Oh, he went through.
He's been with you guys the whole time. This is one of those moments where I wouldn't just disregard him because I knew where this was going. If it didn't lead to you guys leaving, then yeah, he would have just been off doing his own thing. But
Question about the
not
crystals.
happy.
How many of each color do we have?
These fucking crystals.
We'll figure that out after the session.
All this kid cares about is his drugs. I swear to God.
I care about the crystal, yo.
Hey, stop. I mean, if I want to math it, make it as even as possible.
33, 33,
Got you.
33.
So you've got
No.
well,
it'd be
no,
32,
it's
32,
30. It's 33. So there's
So 22,
orange,
22,
red, blue, green, white, clear. So there's 6. So
And
we'll
rainbow,
say
right?
there's
11 of each. And
there's
then they
5.
divided it up.
There's I mean, if you're going 33 and 33, there'd be 5 of each. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then 8 of the yellow. 8 of the orange. So 8 orange, 5 red, 5 blue, 5 green, 5 white, 5 clear. That's for each of you.
Got you. Awesome. 8 orange. I'll trade
8
you all
orange,
your. Give me
and
all
then
your
5 of
oranges.
the rest. So no, there are no more multicolored.
Ah, damn.
Those all got washed away. But
There's
you
12.
guys all pass through the threshold from one bar of light into the other bar that you know as trouble. And the door doesn't close behind you, it just magically seals behind you until there is literally no more door. It just reveals itself to be the back wall of a storage closet. And you walk out behind the bar. The long-haired figure turns around.
What's up?
Win!
Oh, is this not the bathroom?
No, the bathroom.
oh,
The bathroom is over there. Can you guys
sorry.
all please?
How did you get a horse back here? That's weird.
Yeah. Come on,
I
Hork.
don't.
Fine. Scoot around.
Can you just go? Just go.
We should have took that left at Albuquerque.
Look, this is stranger than when he enters the bar for his weird shit. I can't take this anymore.
We have the
makes,
crystal, yo.
he makes me. Okay, whose static is that? That is very annoying.
That's me. Sorry,
Come on, Mr. Baby, fix it.
I will buy a new microphone soon.
I'll send you a new microphone.
You don't need to send me a microphone.
So they just like put their hand on their eyes and they're like, this is weirder than when he comes in and does his strange. He makes me a lot of money, but I can't stand it anymore. Can you guys just please leave? It's like they're like literally starting to tear up in their left eye as they're asking you guys to just leave their area.
Can I slide a hand a bottle of alcohol?
At this point, to be honest, it wouldn't really matter.
I'm just taking a bottle of alcohol.
Whatever you need, just go.
Merida's gonna scooch around the back side of the counter.
You guys are immediately beginning, especially you, Yorick, you guys are immediately beginning to notice differences between the bar and Garrison, obviously, because you pointed them out, but the differences between the bar when you first entered and the bar now is the skeletal remains are not behind the bar anymore. Those weapons are no longer there. There's no longer cobwebs in here, and the dark exterior that used to be this bar of Ryle's former hangout called Trouble, it no longer looks like the inside of a sunken pirate ship. It is elaborate and beautiful.
We're not in the same place.
And bright and just like laced with yellows and golds and purples.
Round
and
3.
And everyone in here I mean, not everyone is like happy and elated, obviously, because you just made the bartender cry, but like there's no like fighting going on in here of what you guys were used to before. There's just like, again, there's people like playing dominoes and there's people rolling dice and just chit chattering and like every conversation in here is just very like warm and welcoming. They all kind of look at you very strangely because you just appeared behind outside of a broom closet behind the bar. But you're not accosted. You're not accosted by anybody. From what you just heard from the bartender, it's not out of the ordinary what you guys just did.
Yeah.
So what would you like to do?
Get the hell out of here.
Cry.
What kind of alcohol was I able to take?
Like a bottle of wine.
All right, cool.
Okay. So you make your way out of the bar. Garrison, I'm sure you're leading the charge. You open up the door and you walk out and it is bright. I need a con save, sir.
Ah!
Of course. So, come on. That's going to be a 24.
24. Okay. So that is total 2 points
Cool.
of radiant damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
As you
immediately
open
gonna
up the
head
door-
towards the Crook House.
So as you open up the door and that very familiar bright light and kind of hits you a little bit before your eyes adjust. And as you lower your hands with the door open and that glare of the sun drops, you look around and the rest of you begin to pile up behind him as he takes a few steps out into like the 3 steps down into the street. The rest of you start to gather around. And as you scan around, Garrison, you mentioned the Crook House. You look off to the right and you see the big tree.
But
It's there
not the
again.
Crook House.
It's there again. It's the giant tree, and you can only assume that it is the Crook House. It looks fairly similar to where you remember it. You've spent a lot of time wherever the hell you guys were, but as you look, versus no tree at all. It looks like it's right, but then you scan the other direction. Then you scan the other direction, and there's the same buildings that you left before, but behind those buildings, there's a roller coaster.
Huh?
And there's another roller coaster, but bigger, way bigger. And then you continue looking down, and you remember this being the port district, but all of these buildings just look so elaborate and bright. And like the ground in between is no longer just the matted down sand that it was before. It's brick and cobblestone.
Oh my god.
And
We messed with the multiverse.
just everything looks just so rich and colorful. And there's different, as you're looking around, it doesn't look like it's primarily like dwarven and elvish and human. I mean, you're seeing like centaurs, like half human, half horse, and you're seeing minotaurs. People walking around wearing like very elaborate robes and just gear of any kind. And everybody looks like they are wealthy. Very, very well dressed. And like the air feels different. It feels cleaner. And as you're looking out toward the giant roller coasters, there's music in the background, and there's people that are literally like dressed as clowns,
Huh? What?
running through the streets
What?
and doing carnival tricks, and
This is lit.
there's people that look like they're human, but they're 13, 14, 15 feet tall, walking through the streets, just collaborating with those that are smaller than them instead of stomping on them, and just everyone seems to be in a very, very good mood at the moment.
I want to stay here.
God, I love Six Flags so much.
All of a
It literally,
sudden,
like, the
a
two-
bald old guy in a suit just comes up. He just starts dancing like
The two roller
Where the
coasters,
Fuck.
the two roller coasters that you see it's literally like a wood and steel roller coaster, and then right next to it seems to be one that you literally see these giant figures riding on. So you see like the normal sized people like you are riding on this one, and on this one it's these giants that you see walking around are filling these carts. And
Does it go upside down?
yes, it
Oh
does.
my god!
Guys,
Everything.
when are we riding one?
And that is what you guys see here. So as you walk
I
out
fall
and
back, bro.
you're trying to take in all of this, like, are you at your original timeline and these are just the differences of what happened because of what you guys did? Are you guys in a different timeline? What the hell is going on here? You're all gathered around trying to take all of this in. One of the giants approaches you
Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
and just
What?
Hi. How are you?
hello. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Six Flags.
Interesting. There's two garrisons. What the fuck?
How did you do that?
Well, he left to put the Six Flags dancing guy, and then he joined back in. That's what happened.
That's so
That's the-
funny.
There's
And now we can't hear Garrison. There's 2 Garrisons.
Nope, he is muted. Garrison is muted.
consequences of your action.
Yes.
Consequences of your actions.
No
Fuck,
freaking
fuck a duck. Screw a kangaroo. Yeah. But yes, you had one of the giants approach you and lean down and say hello, and that is where we will pick up next week.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Hi.
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay.
Now,
No, yeah. When I went to go search for that GIF, all my screens froze.
That's what you get.
Yeah.
Can't find the Six Flags dancing guy.
Valdor said hello to the giant.
But that is where we will pick up next week.
Finally, some friendly people.
Yay, we're
Garrison's
a
just gonna be
alternate
so
reality.
fucking fed up with all this bullshit. He's gonna try and go back through the door.
He's
Good
gonna
night,
go back
everyone.
through
Or
the
I was
door.
saying that Merida's about to become a sideshow act.
I can't
I'm
wait to see
just
what my book has.
so sick and tired of all this.
Judd left.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Whew.
Well, we're finally home.
No, we're not.
Or so we
If this
thought.
is home.
It's
Or
definitely
so
not.
we thought. I think we're in a utopia that's an amusement park, and I love it.
We're in clown world now.
Amusement.
Garrison's
Imagine.
just gonna go on a murdering spree because he's just
Oh my
so pissed
God!
off.
Are we going? Are we going to see Fizzaroli?
Probably. Ugh.
Sorry if
You
y'all.
really
if y'all
took me on a turn. I don't know what you're doing with Coast City, man. This is taking me for a turn. I don't know what's happening.
What
Shameless.
what
watch
session
Hot
number is
Rod.
this?
58.
58. So
Wow.
this is session 58. And
Wow.
we haven't solved a single damn fucking question.
Nope, you haven't.
Like nothing has been closed.
I don't
Nothing.
even know.
Not
What,
a single storyline, not a
Witch Doctor.
single side mission. Nothing. Nothing's been
Well,
Witch
yeah,
Doctor's dead.
you guys killed the witch doctor in your timeline.
Yeah, but then she just popped up in the other one. So
Yeah,
really,
we're in the multiverse of madness.
like
timeline.
really, that didn't really do anything.
So
So we're confirmed it was a timeline. Now that you said that.
You guys knew that.
yeah, she
Yeah,
You guys have been told that.
That it was a
She
different
said-
timeline.
but in the other
Yeah.
timeline, it just hasn't occurred yet.
Well,
Or
no, it's not just it's just a different multiverse. It's not even a different time.
Yeah, are we in a different
It's-
multiverse or is it time?
Yeah, because our characters were different.
In Yorick's book was completely different. It looked
Yeah.
like a
So it's not a different. If it was just a different timeline, then we would be the same, just at a different time. It's a different versions of us. So therefore, it's a different plane of existence that just mirrors ours. So it's a different multiverse.
True, true.
my brain
Yeah.
can't handle that.
Yeah. So it just like nothing's been solved. Nothing's been answered. Almost what 60
Storyline, and then-
sessions in, still fucking nothing. All right.
Nothing.
We're answering.
You know,
Well, we start a storyline and then one of us ends up,
Fucking
Just-
around.
ooh, what's this?
Oh, look, shiny.
like, look, guys, you pick the direction. I just tell you what happens. So
And
yeah,
either-
58 in, not one solid storyline has been solved. But like,
Nope.
I'm just going where you guys want to go.
Cool.
Oh, we can leave this session off with a joke. What's the difference between Malador and his dad? They both
His dad-
like to become bombs.
That is actually very
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Well, that's not a
Both,
difference, though.
Both can blow a fuse. That's for sure.
Yes, there you go. But that's not a difference.
Yeah, it's the similarity.
The similarity. All right.
All right.
Hope
you
y'all
guys
had fun, though.
have
Yeah,
a
that
good
was
night.
fun.
That was a good one.
I'm excited for Saturday.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Good night, guys.
Vidar's gonna be
Right.
like, "What happened? What happened? What happened?"
Right.
And we're gonna just have so much to tell him. It's not gonna be funny.
Bye, guys.
Peace out.
Goodbye.
Later.